don't cut up. Ever since you gained up the third up, I don't give a fuck where you at, the bird up. Bulletproof flip with a blood up. Like some raw uncut, don't cut up. Ever since you gained up the third up, I don't give a fuck where you at, the bird up. Tuck it, watch it, tuck it, text. You ain't broke, shoot. Butter, butters. You ain't broke, shoot. Money, clips. You ain't shot, shoot. Spending money, money. You ain't shoot. Tuck it, watch it, text. You ain't broke, shoot. Butter, butters. You ain't broke, shoot. Money, clips. You ain't shot, shoot. Spending money, money. You ain't shoot.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious. cause we want to, want to. Why you go and play those games? Can we just cut to the chase? Fire and ice, we'll do it all night if you want to, want to. Cause this will be the last time that you're ever gonna love me. This will be the last time, cause our love is like fire and ice, fire and ice, fire and fire and ice. Na 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 na. Fire and ice, fire and ice. Na 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 na. Cause our love is like wonder why you do those things. You know you got me going insane. Fire and ice, going in ties, cause we want to, want to. Why you go and play those games? Can we just cut to the chase? Fire and ice, we'll do it all night if you want to, want to. Cause this will be the last time that you're ever gonna love me. This will be the last time, cause our love is like fire and ice, fire and ice, fire and fire and ice. Na 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 na. Fire and ice, fire and ice. Na 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 na. Cause our love is like
Oh, didn't see that back there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 8 of the LAS Premade here. Oh, sorry, I got a whole bunch of leagues I got to keep track of. Sometimes I get them mixed up, but I'm doing my best here, guys. We got a fun show for you tonight because it is going to be No, take it back. It's going to be DAA, Divine Ascension Azure, facing off against Backseat Gaming. So, guys, going to be a fantastic best-of-3 series. It's also the battle for second seed right now. Both these teams are 5-2. Second last week before we head to playoffs. And you know what? these matches matter. And again, with that head-to-head as well, you know, whatever team wins here is going to have that slight advantage, looking for that second seed, looking for that bye round into the playoffs. Also, make sure to check out the We Are Live channel that I posted in earlier on our Discord. We have 3 series being streamed tonight. So we have our one LAS series here, which is DAA versus BSG on our Main Legends channel. We also have Vanguard versus Mint over on the Mint Gaming LOL channel. So make sure to check them out too. And also, on top of that, we have our LRS Premade first playoff series that's getting played. It was rescheduled to tonight between Legends Unicorns and Moon Crew Gaming. That is over on Night Train's channel. All of that is in the We Are Live channel in our Discord. So make sure to check that out. Go give them a little like, give them a follow, and make sure to support all our Legends players across the board. We do have this one getting started up very soon, my friends, but just waiting on a Pentaqueue here. And once we have the Pentaqueue, we will be getting joined by a very special caster tonight. None other than Salt Spreader going to be joining me on the desk tonight. So it's going to be a fun cast for sure, a couple of fun teams, and I am very much looking forward to it. But yeah, once we've got this Pentaqueue, we will be good to go. Make sure, of course, to keep an eye out in the Twitch chat and also in the channel for when predictions and polls come up. I'll make sure to give you guys a reminder for that when they are up and ready. But we are gonna get this one going real soon, guys. Hopefully, I haven't been muted this entire time. Good, I'm good to go. hello, ladies and gentlemen, once again. But we're gonna hop on over to draft, take a look at these lineups real quick while I get Salt in here to cast along with me, and it's gonna be a fun one though, guys. Let's check out who's on the lineup for tonight. Mwah! You guys are too kind to me. Over on Divine Ascension Azure, we got Jackson back up in the top lane, Vaunted Dream in the jungle, Origin 96 in the mid lane, MG Rat IRL, and Fred the Undead down in the bot lane for DAA. Over on Backseat Gaming, we got F-Range Tops up in the top lane, and Grotus, the big scary Kindred himself, going to be coming in to the BSG crew. Chaos in the mid lane, GTR Giggle Queef, there's the ADC, along with Perky Tricks. So let's get this one going very, very soon. Just gonna need the, just need Pentaspec, and we can start. Excellent. All right, sending that off to the teams. Almost ready to go. If they need a couple more seconds too, just to get themselves organized, that's totally cool too. But I am very much looking forward to this. I'll pull Salt in. Salt is Salt. If you're listening, you're good to come in whenever, brother, and we can get to go in a little casting together. Let's see if I can get him in here. Send him a little ping there. All right, but we do have these teams lining up. Just having a few, hopefully not too many client bugs in here, but. You know League. Anyways, Twitch chat, I hope everyone out there is having a fantastic night. You got a great series coming ahead of you, and you got what can I say? Two pretty damn good casters also ahead to bring you all that action. So we will be getting Salt Spreader in here in just a few seconds, my friends, and this draft will be getting ready very soon. But just a reminder, tonight is patch 11.13, so we are going to see a few changes here. There were a few nerfs that came through for the Kayn, Lee Sin, Rumble, and, well, Riven. But also those new items coming in that we're going to see. The Anathema's Chains, I believe it's called, and Hullbreaker. Oh, there's the voice from the sky above. We got ourselves a Salt Spreader joining us in this one very soon. Or right now, buddy. How you doing?
Great. Just came off a series, actually, and 2-0'd. You know, PvE on the rise, let's go. But tonight we have a different series on our hands here. Divine Ascension versus Backseat Gaming. And you know, I know a few of the players on BSG. I play with a few of them, and they're all great. But we'll see how DAA do hold up against the monsters that are Backseat Gaming tonight. I'm expecting a great game out of both these teams, though. But you know, Ezreal ban and Diana ban, both expected. Diana just really strong in mid and the jungle role as well. Ezreal still, even with the nerfs, I think the best AD carry in the game. Kindred, got to take that away from Angradas for sure.
Undeniable to deny that Ezreal. Words. I know. But yeah, you're totally right. Ezreal's like ridiculous right now. Interesting that they do ban it from the blue side because, you know, you can kind of bait that out from the red side team to ban it as a third and then, you know, threaten that B1 Ezreal, which is really scary. But they just want to remove it from the board. And the Gnar also going to be sitting on the bench too. But, you know, you're right. We have seen a few of these players as well too. But both these teams tonight, Salt, are tied 5-2. And with this being the second last week to playoffs, this is definitely massive for whichever team is able to find the win tonight. But it is going to give them the head-to-head. It is going to decide who's going to be in that second seed, or at least tied for second seed, because there's 3 teams in Pool A tied for 5-2.
Exactly.
But we'll have to see. It's going to be a good one. The bans are done, and now we get to see a little bit of what's going on the Rift here in game number 1 tonight. So DAA, a lot of strong B1 picks, and we have seen, I believe that's a Gwen.
That has to be a Gwen.
It has to be a Gwen.
Yep.
Timo is Gwen. Okay, good.
Now, one thing that I have noticed in a lot of LAS is, at the very least, Gwen is the champion that's usually picked up when both Gwen and Viego are available, and I do think Gwen is definitely the more priority pick out of the two, but even if the Viego's open, no teams opt to take it. I just think the champion takes a little bit more to play than the Gwen. Gwen is very straightforward in her playstyle, very safe, very strong, does a lot of damage, only has a couple weaknesses that you can't exploit, but the Viego, one of those champs that can snowball beyond belief and take a game over. But it's looking like BSG gonna first pick that Morgana, one of Perky Trick's most played champs. You know, and I got to play it tonight too. It's a very strong champ, great CC, great follow-up as well, and that safety with that Black Shield helps out a lot, and it is locked in.
If we had the opportunity to talk about sports for the entire stream, I'm sure we would take it, being 2 support mains here.
Yep.
No, yeah, she's honestly fantastic. Still offers a lot. Seeing a lot less of her in the jungle, but, you know, there is still that potential option to flex her around. But most likely, 4 Perky down there.
Ooh.
Oh, the big bad Darius gonna come in.
And that's a good champ. You want to pick
this.
champs that can fight the Gwen, very, very much so, especially in lane. Champs like the Aurelia, even the Viego as well. All of those very good into the Gwen. Anything that can fight her like a Wukong, right? Something that can actually box her and take her down while she's at her weakest. Gwen has that cheesy level 1, but after that she doesn't really do much up until that level 11 unless you let her just scale up. But the Karma gonna be picked up still, a very strong support. Great shielding and AoE shields are very, very helpful as well. And amazing in lane with that damage. The empowered Q just does so much work.
It really does. I mean, that was one of the
And
things.
a great Morgana counter.
And a great Morgana counter, right? You get that extra movement speed to get away from those bindings. Yes, that Black Shield can block the Mantra Q, which does offer a lot, but it's still a lot of damage. It's not going to block the damage. It's going to block the CC
Definitely.
from it. Pair that up. You got a Varus now, too. That is an insane amount of poke that's coming out of DAA's bot lane. So when you're looking at that, it's almost like the rock, paper, scissors. It's the poke versus the sustain versus all in. So right now, you've got something that's a little bit sustained. You got the Morgana that can get a little bit of poke too, kind of in the middle of all of them, of those two categories. But we might just see a very poke-heavy bot lane from both teams this game, and I'm curious to see what kind of ADC is going to be. Or see though, that Tristana, I don't think it's bad. It's just the synergy between Morgana, Tristana. You know what? It can work if they're going to be going for that all-in against the poke, which is the winning matchup out of those. So, you know, if you manage to land the binding, you toss the Black Shield on Tristana, send her on in, and usually that early game Tristana damage is pretty ridiculous. So they might just look to get that advantage pressing early on.
My qualm with their ban, though, DAA took Karma Varus, but they banned the Ezreal, and one thing that Ezreal doesn't like is poke, because he is very squishy in the early game, cannot match champions like that Varus and the Karma. So if you are going to ban the Ezreal, why are you picking Varus and Karma? Because those are very good matchups for it.
It'd be poke versus poke, right? So at that point, it would just come down to skill.
Poke it better. You poke better with Varus. Missile speed is a lot faster, and it's just overall much better at that lane phase. Then the Ezreal scales like a monster as well. But as we do get into bans, gonna be that Graves taken away from Angradas, you know, both 80 carry junglers taken off the field, and it is gonna be LeBlanc, definitely a respect ban, can be very strong as well if given the right materials, and that Echo taken off the table as well. On Monday night, we did see some great Echoes there, Chaos specifically, So interesting to see they ban it on the blue side. I guess they want to give counter to that mid lane. So it is going to be that Victor respect ban for Chaos once again from DAA. So we'll see what the final pickup here is for BSG before they go back towards DAA.
And I haven't seen much of DAA, but, I'm excited to see a little bit tonight. I do want to talk a little bit about Chaos, pulling those bans that we're seeing now, getting the Victor ban out, because that was something that he definitely highlighted last split in the LAS draft, but now he has definitely stepped up as a mid laner, has been growing a lot. So the improvement I've seen from this player is, it's starting to show up in bans where he's getting targeted a lot more often. Sejuani next to come in, honestly, with this kind of comp that we're seeing here.
With the Darius.
That CC is going to be quite nice to add to the team.
Yeah, with those recent Sejuani buffs, I don't think she's still in the best spot. I think she's playable into certain matchups. I don't think she's worth blind picking as of now. She's decent, yes, but provides a lot of lockdown, but very, very ultimate reliant if you want that long range engage. But definitely helpful to have a Darius there to help get those procs down, but it is going to be that Jarvan can duel her, but the Orianna as well, that's going to be a crazy combo. The Baby Cage combined with that Shockwave, oh boy, that is a lot of damage in such a small little circle.
That is, yeah, there's no way of going around it. Chains of Corruption, someone. You got the Karma Leash as well, too. Gwen's got a little bit in her kit, plus exactly what you said. The Cataclysm followed up by a Shockwave. It is an insane amount of CC and an insane amount of damage, too, that's going to be coming out of this team. So, you can look at the fact that Angrotus is playing Sejuani, who kind of says, I don't like your CC, I'm just not going to deal with it. You got the Black Shield from Morgana as well, too. So there are some options here from BSG. Just waiting for this last pick to come in. Oh, more Freljord. Oh, yeah.
Nivea.
Okay, gonna see the bird.
And I have seen Chaos as a Nivea. He's good at it, and the pick has a lot of wave clear. One of the few champs that can actually match Orianna's clear very, very well. And, we'll be able to get that priority come level 6. And definitely going to be helpful, especially with the Sejuani, who wants to dash forwards, dash in, helpful there. And you can block off a lot of the escape routes there, especially since the Varus is incredibly immobile. The Karma is as well, only has move speed to worry about. And one thing, you can also cancel the Jarvan flag and drag with that wall.
Yes.
If you time it right.
That is also going to be an interesting use. I'm curious to see, if they can time it right, because it does take a little finesse to get it out.
A little bit.
But this is one of those games where as the support, I'm feeling Shirelia's. I want to get my team sped up. I want to move them ahead.
Right.
So if you Mantra E and Shirelia's, this DAA squad is going to be just flying at you. You are going to have a really rough time getting away from them. But BSG kind of does have a stand your ground kind of comp, right? You come to us. We've got the Glacial Storm, I believe, from Anivia. Glacial Tomb from Sejuani. It's very close. The
Glacial
two. I'm gonna definitely mess it up.
Isn't it Glacial Prison?
Glacial Prison.
I think Frozen Tomb or Glacial Tomb is.
Frozen Tomb is Lysandra.
Lysandra.
Champions. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh man. But you know what? We'll get a quick reminder once we get into the actual game of this one. But pretty standard stuff for where all these shapes are going. There's no crazy flexes coming through in game number 1. But judging by what we're seeing on paper here for this first one, where would you see or say the advantages are of these two teams? And are we?
Well, whichever team gets Gwen, I think realistically wins. I think that champion's a little strong right now. No nerfs coming through either. But it is punishable, and Frick Range Tops picking up that Darius, definitely a way to punish it. Because that Hallowed Mist doesn't really do anything if you're able to get up in her face and pull her back and take her down that way. And because a lot of the threat onto the Gwen is melee with Sejuani, with Darius, all of them just want to get up in her face, stun her up, keep her knocked down. But I do think the Wombo from DAA is incredibly insane. I think it's definitely harder to execute BSG's comp, especially because of the fact that the Baby Cage exists, and 3 out of 5 champs don't have dashes there.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult if they're able to get on top of those less mobile champions, for sure. That Anivia's definitely got to keep her distance, so Chaos really needs to be playing, I would say, in this back line. Again, if they draw them into one of those choke points, if they can bring DAA into a place where they do not want to fight, that that Anivia ult is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. But if BSG gets caught out in the wide open, especially around, these big dragon fights, these big baron fights, that can be very devastating if they're able to pull off the wombo combo here. That Cataclysm Shockwave is just going to be so much just on its own. And we're not even talking about, all the poke that's going to be coming in from Rat IRL, the Gwen potentially on the back line, or even just getting a split push off, because this 4-man squad can still do a lot while allowing that Gwen to go off and do her own thing.
Definitely agree with that there. Good comps, though, coming in from both teams. A little bit more Freljord synergy on the side of Backseat Gaming. But, again, harder to execute on. They have to play their game right. And one thing to note is the Anivia actually doesn't really match the identity of Backseat Gaming's comp, in my opinion. She wants to play around chokes. She wants to just chill in lane, wants the enemy team to run into her so she can have that gigantic zone control. So they're going to have some great objective control. But when it comes to like team fights down lanes and stuff, I definitely do think that Anivia is the odd one out, because everyone wants to go in. They want to jump forward with Tristana, Sejuani, Darius, run forward, do things. And DAA have a very simple comp. You Jarvan combo them, you Varus and Orianna follow up, and you just do what you want. You just wail all your damage there, and the Gwen can just do whatever she wants. She can jump forward, she can dash back, she can just hit front to back, or she can just dive towards that Tristana or Anivia, especially with that Hallowed Mist.
I do gotta agree with you. This is going to be a harder comp for BSG to execute. A lot easier for DA to get their wombos off and really do that. Close those gaps, get in the face of BSG. So as long as BSG is able to kind of reel it back, make sure they stay alive, yeah, you're going to have to maybe sacrifice a few flashes here or there. But if they can draw them back to a point where all of BSG is there, they are ready to go, there is that potential to flip a team fight completely the other way, which... what? This makes this game one really exciting for me, because, we got two evenly matched teams, two teams sitting at the top of the standings, and this series really is important what we're going to see here tonight. This is, make or break for one of these teams, getting that bye, getting a week off to maybe do a little bit of scouting on each other.
Exactly. So, that's very important.
But any final words before we head off to our break, Salt?
Well, I wish my boys good luck. But, draft definitely goes to DAA in my opinion. It's a lot easier to work with, and overall, just a lot of simple execution can mean the difference. But watch out for the Jarvan, because some Jarvans like to overextend, over-engage, go too far forward, because, the EQ flash ulti looks very, very spicy, but if your team is 2 screens away, what are they going to do? So be ready to jump on that Jarvan if he screws up. And with that, we'll be right back, heading to a quick break, right?
Yep, heading to a quick break. We'll see you soon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we... What a way to start out tonight's series with a quick little pause here. Hopefully this will not take too long, but we are about to hop onto the Rift for game number 1 of tonight's Best of 3 series. Just a reminder, there are a couple other series being streamed too, so make sure to check out the We Are Live channel on Discord, as Mint Gaming is hosting their series against Vanguard, and Night Train is also going to be streaming one of the LRS Premade series of LE Unicorns versus Moon Crew, so make sure to go check them out, show them a little Legends love there, but we are just about to get into this one. Couple things did catch your eye there, Salt.
Yep. So, one thing that I did notice is it is going to be that crit virus coming through for the side of MG Rat IRL. I don't know how I feel about that. Personally, I think the poke is definitely a lot better, especially into a champ like Tristana. You want to poke her out so she can't do that Goomba stomp that she loves to do in lane. Because sure, she can jump in and do a lot of damage, but if she's too hurt to do that damage, you can't really deal with it. But one thing to note, also Gwen taking the TP Ignite, which a lot of players do. However, when you have a champion like Sejuani paired up with the Darius on the top side, you can punish that. And I really do want to see Ingratas pushing towards this top side and punishing the fact that the Gwen is flashless.
Yep, that is definitely the more aggressive start to this game, or the TP Ignite. But you know, you were mentioning about that early harass that you can do if it is going to be the E start. Kind of, now that you mentioned it, it's actually kind of crazy, you know, having that extra attack speed as a attack range and speed as a melee champion. So into that Darius, we'll see how that kind of fares up in these early levels, because Darius can be kind of scary as it goes. We do see the Dunk Master there behind the pause, little pause icon there, but we'll see how this goes. I don't think we'll have to worry too much about match integrity if this pause keeps on going, because this game hasn't started yet. So,
yep.
We'll just chat a little bit, but it looks like we are ready to go as we're watching the backside of Backseat Gaming here as they run off into this game. But here we go. First one of the night is are you also paused there? 22 seconds?
Yeah.
We'll just hands off. We'll hands off. It'll reset.
We'll hands off it? All right. Are you?
Hopefully
let's hope it does.
If not.
Hopefully.
If not.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Huh.
It's thinking about it. There we go.
Okay.
Good. 23,
I'm
24,
back.
25.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
We are good, and we see the 5 stack though. Very interesting to see here. They have good invade though. Very good invade. Varus stepping up.
Let's see.
Might get caught here.
Perky has been spotted. That will be the Karma toss
Oh,
back
it
out.
lands.
Oh, the Binding Good Slam double ward into the bush, but the flash into the Dragon Pit will keep Rat IRL alive for a couple more seconds, and he should be able to get out. Pretty smart flash, considering if he went forward, I think they would have kept chasing him. So a little bit of a fancy flash there from Rat IRL. Everyone survives, but that does mean the Varus is going to be flashless for a little bit. Could potentially mean Ingratus makes a little visit down towards that bot lane nice and early, but we'll have to keep an eye on these jungle paths as they come through. Because I don't think there's going to be a lot of focus towards this first dragon, it being a cloud. Not always the most enticing, but who knows? If you got it for free, you might as well just start it up and get yourself 1 point closer towards that soul.
Oh. So we do see the Sejuani moving towards that red buff start, and the Gwen looking in that tri-brush, looking for that early level 1 cheese that I was talking about earlier. But both junglers starting on the red side, red buff, so they are going to be pathing away from each other. Sejuani doesn't really want to duel that Jarvan very much, just because Jarvan, very strong early game, great ganks, great setup, but we might see the fight coming in.
Oh, we might just
there it is.
See it as into the tri-bush we go. Thank you for the call there, Salt. As range tops gonna have to really play this lane careful now that he is missing half of his health bar at level 1. Jackson back, has his E up again, gonna dash on in. We can see those autos coming through, and it is just a little bit much on these early levels. So take a look at the mid lane though. Vaunted going on in with the flag and drag early on these levels, pulling the flash from Chaos. The ball goes in, but it does not get the passive off. However, 2 flashes already burned this early on. This is already lining up to be a spicy game here, Salt. We might even have something breaking out in this top lane very soon. Look at Ingratus.
Yeah.
You said they didn't want to fight, but Ingratus is about to fight right now. He surprises Jackson, but guess who's here too? Vaunted Dream, ready to duke it out. These members of BSG are getting quite low. Jackson will be taken down first, traded back on out by Vaunted. So it's a 1-for-1 there, but BSG coming through with first blood.
Darius, they are playing that fight very well, able to get the double pull onto both the Gwen and the Jarvan, which guaranteed that kill before the Gwen could be able to dash away and get that kill onto that Sejuani earlier. So the fact that she gets the kill is great, but now the Darius also has one, and she's going to be able to teleport back to lane and have some more fighting, but she has that XP advantage. But I do think First Blood did go over to the Darius, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah, it did.
Yes. So that's going to be very important, very helpful for him there. And there were a lot of flashes burned, though, and Gratis burning his flash. Same with Vaunted Dream. It was a great flash follow by the Jarvan, and although the kill did go to the Gwen, it was definitely a flashy thing to look at, very nice. But, you know, the fact that a lot of flashes are already burned, but look at the top side.
Oh yeah, much in that little turret shot taken there by Jackson. Still has to play it relatively safe around this Darius. You know, again, this is how I mentioned, it's more of a stand your ground comp really for any of these lanes of BSG. So if they happen to step up, there is that potential punish onto DAA as we have to keep our eyes on this bot lane. The flash, the binding is going to be coming down onto Red IRL. Jumping in is Gigglequeef, followed up by Angrotus coming out of this tri-bush. That's a lot of damage here. The exhaust coming through, the heal coming through, the jump forward by Giggle. Can they find it? A little bit more will do it. Angrotus taking it up the most he can, but no, those Karma shields are too much. Leashed on down by Fred, the undead, and it's a double kill for DAA's support. They hold their... I said... It was BSG as a stand your ground? I guess both, maybe, Salt?
Yeah, look at the top side, though. We already have some more fighting once
Oh my
again, but the
goodness.
Q gonna go wide from the Darius.
Looking for some trades there. A big minion wave there, so smart of Jackson back to just take a step back and know not to trade
cannon.
with all those minions up there, yes. Rest in peace to the cannon.
But, you know, Gigglequeef just greeting that last auto attack, not walking up forward a little bit more to guarantee the kill, which was the end of that play, which did give the double kill over to the Karma. Yes, that's not where we want the kills, but the fact that the Varus lived and got to shove in that entire wave means a lot, because now Tristana has no chance of even hoping to control that wave in any way, especially because of the champ she's playing. So, you know, down 9 CS, not what you want to see here, especially as that strong early game champ, who does scale very well, however, and definitely has the opportunity to carry as the game does go later, but already starting at a disadvantage is not what you want to see.
And I like the idea that BSG had. I mean, it was a great setup from Angrotus, the flash Q from Perky Tricks. I mean, everything was there, but what people underestimate is how much damage is going to be blocked out by those Mantra E's from Karma. It is actually a ridiculous amount of shielding that comes in with that Karma. Now sitting with the blue buff as well too, you're going to get some more poke, you're going to get more shields, and it's just going to be that extra little bit of cooldown until that blue buff wears off, which it is on for... I wonder if I can actually... no, it won't actually show me, but it'll be there for a little while longer. Keep your eyes towards the top lane, though, Salt.
Yep. And right now, you know, not really waiting for much. The dragon is up, but who really wants a Cloud Drake this early in the game? No one really wants that. But, you know, both junglers actually relatively even in farm there. 1 CS up there for the Sejuani, but that doesn't really make that much of a difference. But, you know, the 2 deaths definitely does have a decent impact on how she's been playing the game. And Gratis trying his best there to make things happen on that bottom side, but as you said, the play went awry. But we see another fight in the top side.
Yeah, just a little bit of trading out between these two. Range Stops is getting some stacks down onto Jackson there, so you do want to be very careful when getting those extended trades with those Conquer. Well, I mean, both of them have Conquer, but especially the bleed that's going to be coming into the Darius too. You want to be especially careful because it is it's a slippery slope how fast your health bar tends to disappear when that's coming through. Rotation down towards the Scuttle, though, will get smited away there by Angrotus. Very sneaky stuff. Takes the Blast Cone on over as we have some more trading going on in this top lane as well, too. Ooh, it's going to be the Noxian Guillotine, though, as F range tops coming on in. We have another fight breaking out around this dragon. Rat IRL is getting low. Chaos is as well, too. Still has the passive available as he's going to go into egg form. Vaunted Dream there, still trading on up, and Chaos will get taken down. And Grotus, though, is going to be next to go. DAA finding 2 back around this fight. And a little interesting there, because it seems they weren't on the same page, and now DAA going to go ahead and scoop up this first dragon.
Yep. And, you know, talking about that topside fight, though, yeah, Darius wins that. Darius wins that really hard, especially since he did have that first kill, that first blood, a little bit of extra gold there, helped out a lot. And the Gwen, yeah, she does a lot of damage, she heals a lot, but you can't do much about a 500 true damage burst if you have 5 stacks on you by that Darius. You just have to know to back off there, even with the Ignite. He doesn't really care about the healing, he just wants to get those stacks on you as fast as possible to get that damage out. And that's exactly what he did. But in this bot side, though, they weren't able to take down Rat IRL in time, which means that Tristana never got to jump reset, never got to reposition the fight properly.
Nice
but they're looking for a little bit on the bot side.
Look at this damage. Look at the satchel charge coming out, and good night. Good night,
Yeah.
Rat IRL. Giggle finds it. He's going to jump away because Vaunted Dream has made their way down here to pay them a little visit, but looks like BSG just going to get out with a kill onto Rat IRL there. And that brings them to 5-3. Still a little bit of a lead here for DAA, roughly up about 600 gold here. So not anything crazy yet. We still have ourselves a very close game. As now Chaos with that Glacial Storm.
Yep, that's the one.
Glacial Prison. See, I'm going to mess him up. So you might see it pop up there just to remind myself as his top laner's just trading out vision at this point. And Grotus is hovering around this top half of the map. Could potentially look for a gank. Could even look for this Herald.
So with the itemization of the Darius, it looks like he's opting towards that Trinity Force with that Hearthbound Axe and Sheen combo, looking to just one-tap that Gwen if she walks up for anything. Ooh, good dash away, though.
Yep, keeping an eye on actually DAA's vision right now. You can see, oh, and Grotus now just popping out of the jungle right here. Does have the ult available. Challenging Smite is going to come down, but that's all there's going to be.
Doesn't slow her.
No, it does not.
Gank attempt didn't go very well.
Nope, just a little bit of that. Oh, nice binding, though, from Perky Tricks as Rat IRL going to take a little bit of damage. It's always nice to see how much damage that binding can truly do, but the main goal of it is the CC for 1,000 years.
Yep.
That comes out, but you take a look over at the Herald Pit right now as Ingrotus and F-Range Top's going to go ahead and start this up, along with a little help from Chaos coming in right now, but I think, spotted on this ward, DA have a pretty good idea of what's happening right now. And Shelly's getting quite low. Going to be 100 damage. Who actually got it there? Cataclysm is going to be coming down. And Grotus looking to help in. Flashes away from that shockwave as F-Range Top also looking for a trade here. We have another fight breaking on the bottom as Giggle Queef is going to get taken out. And Grotus now helped out by his Anivia just to barely make it out alive. That was an insanely close back and forth across the map, but the Herald is going to be secured there by F-Range Tops.
So that Herald going over to the red side definitely helpful, but the bot side did not go to plan. Giggle just taking a lot of damage. They're just getting instantly burst very quickly, and that's very, very great for that Varus, able to get a little bit more ahead than he already was. Getting those plates going to be very, very helpful to him. He's not going to be able to get that tempo reset, though. He's just grabbing those 2 plates and looking to get the base off now instead of earlier. That's fine. He's allowed to grade for that. Sejuani is top side. It's fine. However, up in that top side, though, it does, in my opinion, go over in favor of the backseat gamers. Having or getting those 2 kills there for 1. It was a 2 for 2 overall, but top side definitely were the victors there. So. Happy to take those victories where they can. Darius grabs that Rift Herald, can potentially push for plates as well, or opt to bring that towards the mid lane. But we do see a gank attempt here. That could happen.
Oh, let's see. In this, if he ends up going too far, you do see the Herald coming down, and Grotus is up here. Was just spotted out on the last remaining little bit of that ward, as they know when Grotus is up here. BSG does not know that Vaunted Dream is here as well, too. So he's just going to come to that top lane, make a little visit to help take out that Shelly, but there will be a few gold plates going into the pockets of F-Range Tops there, as they'll just back on off for now, take their gold as Perky trying to look for something, just going to land binding onto a minion there. A little bit of a miscue too, so everyone's just kind of calibrating skill shots down to the bot lane. Salt.
Yeah. Yep, calibration. Definitely need that right now. Perky 001, definitely what you want to see. As a support, 25% kill participation is pretty okay, especially considering there's only 4 of them to speak of, and there's only been a couple fights in the bottom side. A lot of them have been geared towards this top side, and that's where I've seen a lot of focus coming in from Ingratus and Vaunted Dream. A lot of them are aiming towards this top side, getting this volatile matchup where you want it. You want this Darius to be ahead, or you want this Gwen to be ahead, depending on which team you're on. So trying to get either of these 2 players super far ahead, accelerate their builds, that's what you want to see. You want this Darius to just be able to deal with the Gwen and you want the Gwen to just get out of this lane phase unscathed. But we see a gank attempt here. Are they going to look for it is the question.
Here. That's going to be the flash binding once again. Giggle Queep going on in. It will be the the Glacial Prison used, as that's going to be 1 kill going on over to BSG. Binding lands again, but BSG going to have to back on out as that Cataclysm coming on down. Giggle Queep going to be able to jump on out, but Perky Tricks caught in the middle of all of it. Glacial Storm is being used, but Perky Tricks will get dropped. We got a big old fight here, 4v3, and Vaunted Dream still looking for more. That Shockwave, a little bit of a sombrero situation there, but it ends up going 1 for 2 in favor of DAA. They still flip it back around in their favor.
Yep, that is definitely what you want to see there. Good teleport coming in from the Gwen, and that Hollowed Mist just getting rid of so much of the priority from that Nivea damage, right? The fact that she was sitting in that Glacial Storm taking 0 damage, what are you going to do as that little Cryo Phoenix? You can't do anything, because you can't walk in there, because the Gwen's just going to walk up and kill you. So Jackson, great teleport there, keeping everything going for them. And I think he was the savior of that fight. It was losing before he showed up.
We are going to see that Infernal Drake again today, so I wonder, you know what, if we have a second for those that didn't see it last Friday when I zoomed in on the little Easter egg there. I'll see if I can go find it again today, but we got to keep our eyes on this mid lane right now. Perky is floating around, but we might have a couple seconds right now. Salt.
Let's go take a quick gander there.
So for those of you who don't know, on Infernal maps, if you go to this red buff and zoom on in here, you will see a "ah yes, fire." Look at that, "ah yes, fire." Anyways, back to the game.
There it is. And, you know, one thing to note, though, the Sejuani has fallen in or fallen behind in farm, rather, just because of the nature of the matchup here. Sejuani wants to be ganking with her ultimate, farming when she can, playing for that. The Jarvan, though, great ganker and better farmer than Sejuani. He's not exceptional by any means, but that's just how it works there. That's how the Jarvan does play. Likes to farm that way.
Look at this.
But in the bottom side, things are top
It's
side.
top side. It's both. It's everywhere right now, Salt. But right now, Jackson back is getting jumped on. Nox and Guillotine coming on down. That's just going to be a kill picked up there for F-Range top. But yeah, that bot lane is pretty pushed in right now. We see Vaunted Dream trying to make a rotation around. Oh, nice little dodge on the binding there. Very nice. Steps out of the way in time as we might see this attempt at a bot lane gank here as Perky Tricks is ready to go, but the Chains of Corruption actually going to get blocked out by the Black Shield. That binding is going to be coming through. The flash forward from Rat IRL, and Perky Tricks is taken on down. Buster Shot is actually going to get used to push Vaunted away, but still a kill picked up, and it will look like it's going to be a turret traded back out as well too. So now each team with a turret apiece as that gold lead, again, is not very far separating these teams. Only about 1.5k gold up for DAA, but now it's attention on to the mid lane, and Grota's coming on in. The wall will come through. Shockwave to bring him on back as that Glacial Storm will be melting him down, but F-Range Chops manages to find the kill. However, they're going to have to go help their poor Anivia right now. Chaos is getting chunked down. Pop the passive as well too, but Fred the Undead there to take that kill. So 1 for 1.
So fed.
She is insanely fed, Salt.
4-1-4 on that Karma. That is a very scary support there. Definitely winning out in supportal combat so far this game. And already has that full completed Shurelya's building towards, or has a tier in her inventory, so grabbing up that mana, stacking it up as the game does go on, definitely going to be helpful there. But definitely helping out the 80 carry of the Varus a lot. You know, the crit. Varus actually doing some decent work there. The Kraken Slayer combined with what I believe to be a Phantom Dancer coming in very, very soon. I think Phantom Dancer is the best Zeal item in the game. Provides a gigantic burst of attack speed after the 5 autos. So you're just auto-attacking super quickly, getting those crits in as well, which means a lot. But we see some fighting here on the top side potentially.
Oh, the flash, the hook, and the spin to win. Let's see if they can find it as Jackson is trying to get back, trying to be invulnerable for a little bit. Is going to be bleeding down just a smidge. Let's see if they can find him. F-Range Chop's not quite able to find the rest of that damage, but oh, the dash away should keep Jackson back alive for a little bit longer as we do see some attention in towards his mid lane. But you know, we are getting closer to that mid-game. Well, we are in the mid-game point, but this is where we start to see the mythics start to build up now. There's a Triforce on that Darius as well, who's 4-1, so a lot of good stuff happening up in that top lane. We are going to see a little bit of action here in the mid. Shurelya is going to get popped here as Vaunted just going to walk on out. Chains of Corruption there will be answered with the Glacial Prison as Rat IRL getting very lucky that it's almost a little bit of a standoff here is who's going to be the first one to step up. Both teams have answers, and both don't want to quite make that commitment yet.
Definitely not. It's very scary, especially if you lose your mid tower. It gives you a lot of priority all over the place. So, you know, you want to keep these mages safe. You don't want to push through these towers just yet. Just want to make sure that you're able to keep both these mages incredibly safe. You know, sure, they've died a couple of times, but that's expected, especially with ganking junglers like that, and like that Sejuani, like that Jarvan. But we see the Rift Herald take. They definitely have the priority for it in the mid side, not in the top side, but Darius has been rotated down. They are going to be trading that for priority on the Dragon. They do get the Rift Herald, though, especially. Very helpful there. But we do see that it is going to be the red side that has that avenue towards that Dragon Pit. But that Rift Herald is going to get them the mid priority right now.
Yeah, this is actually really well played by Divine Ascension as, you know, kind of forces BSG to walk towards his mid lane now. Gets DAA in a little bit of a better position. However, this wall is going to be troublesome as the binding comes over the wall as well, too. Exhaust going down onto Mangero's big shockwave, though, and the Cataclysm. Oh my goodness, massive wombo combo for DAA there. A triple kill coming on in for Origin. Beautifully done, and this dragon is going to be going on over to them, putting them at soul point. Oh my goodness, Soul.
Oh my word, that's soul point already, and fighting in the mid lane,
Yeah, they're going for it. 1v1, these top laners meeting in a different lane than they started out, but F-Range Tops knows that if he chases a little too far, the rest of DAA is there, ready to follow up. So, unfortunately, going to have to back on off of that, but that was the wombo you were talking about, Salt, in draft, and they pull it off beautifully.
Yeah, Baby Cage plus Shockwave, that's a lot of damage in such a small area. You know, the AoE splash coming in from the Cataclysm with a Gore Drinker, a little tap there to help that. And just gives that, the Orianna just enough of a health buffer to deal enough damage to get a triple kill there with the Leandries and Shockwave just doing so much damage in that little cage there. It's almost like having a Veigar cage that actually has walls. And Jarvan was stuck in there with the Orianna ball, but hey, he's the one who wants to have the ball on him. He's not on the enemy team, so he's very happy. Some Jarvans have actually killed their teammates by giving the Orianna that combo by placing a cage around their team, you know. Sometimes Jarvans don't, you know, sometimes Jarvans forget, hey, you can take down the cage. You know, you want to keep this cage up strong, that way you can get that triple kill. But well-played team fight there coming in from Divine Ascension. It looked good from BSG. They were looking for that Karma pick, but they just got caught out. They grouped up too much, and the Jarvan found the engage. But look at the top side.
Oh, let's take a look at this. F-Range Shop in some major trouble here, getting now jumped on by multiple members here, losing my words here, but still manages to get the trade out between themselves and Rat IRL. So still a pretty scary dairy here. I do want to go back to that point you were talking about, that team fight. The whole reason for it really was the setup from that Herald. It forced BSG to walk on up. It forced them to rotate back towards mid and get out of that ideal spot that they were setting up for Dragon. And really, it just put them in such a great position for DAA to hop on top of them. Though we are seeing Gigglequeef doing some good pushing right now, was able to get that bottom tier 1. They're trying for this mid tier 1 as well too, but this is definitely going to be a harder one to crack.
So because of the mid priority that DAA were able to get for themselves,
oh, he steps on a ward. He's spotted out, and now the attention is on the Sejuani leash coming through. There is going to be a TP as well, but another massive shockwave and Cataclysm. Did you not learn? Did you not learn your lesson, old man? As I wave my fist in the air, they find another beautiful wombo chaos coming on out of the egg. The Glacial Storm is going to be used. Vaunted getting to about half health, but will find the kill onto Anivia. DAA just cleaning this one up. Vaunted is trying to look for it, but actually BSG possibly coming back into this. F-Range Tops is getting some good damage on out. Percatris not able to find that binding as Jackson back now on the trade. The needlework does so much. The poke from Red RL, and it's an ace for Divine Ascension.
So they didn't learn their lesson. They fought in a corridor without Anivia set up, Anivia ready to go, and they just got taken down instantly. You can't walk up like that. You can't group like that, especially against the Jarvan and Orianna combo. You see that ball, you gotta respect it, and it doesn't seem like BSG are respecting the potential of the Orianna ball, so they're just getting killed over and over, falling for the same trick in the book every time.
Yep, at this point, you know, it's looking like it might have to be F-Range Tops being the main leader of this team comp right now, being on that Darius who's 6-3-1. He is still a pretty damn scary threat, but DAA just coming through with those wombo combos, it makes it very hard for ranged tops to do anything when his team's getting caught in those massive wombo combos. So they are going to have to spread out a little bit on this one. You know, I would say if I'm BSG, we have that threat of the Darius. Get him in the back line. Make them use the shockwave on this Darius, and then you have a full 4 members able to trade on the front side. You got to hit him from different angles on this one. I think that's, at this point in the game now, we're starting to see that lead kind of start to run away. Roughly about 4.5k gold, no? Yes? Yes.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, something
there.
along those lines. 3.5k gold,
And
roughly.
that plan would have worked if they were even, but now as the game does slip away from them, the Gwen is getting farmed up. The Orianna is 5-1, almost finishing up that Archangel staff. Just a few stacks away there. Oh, my game decided to pause itself. But like I was saying, right, are getting fed. Time is not in their favor as of now. The Anivia scales well, the Darius does not. And Tristana scales well, but so does Varus, and he's already almost finished that 3rd item. So this game is just becoming harder and harder as time ticks on.
As time goes by, BSG better realize that they cannot be grouping anymore. This dragon coming up in just a few short seconds as well, too. 15 to be exact. Chains of Corruption is actually going to be going down onto F-range tops. He flashes away to stay alive. So, again, you see DAA's focus is very good right now. They know who they got to focus. They know the main threat of BSG right now. If they can take down that Darius, sure they can take down the rest of the team. But this Infernal up and ready to go. And it's just going to be the dance around this dragon as it is going to get started up by Jackson here. Vaunted still standing ahead, but dodging out that binding, and Grota still harassing in and out with that Sejuani. Dragon down to less than half health. That will be the Glacial Prison used on up, but this Dragon down, who's gonna get it, is gonna get smited away by Vaunted, as Grota's gonna be taken out next. Jackson back looking to take out this back line. Giggle Queef is doing some good trading in, but DAA coming on in, flashes the shockwave, but he is still taken down by the rest of these members of DAA. It's only Perky left. The Soul Shackle is gonna come out. The Zanyas will be used, but it's a triple kill here for Vaunted as DAA find another ace. They find themselves the Infernal Soul as well too. And this game is starting to slide out of the control of BSG.
BSG aren't able to get there in time, or aren't able to prep. That's what you need to do with that Anivia. And because the rest of your comp wants to just jump in, the Anivia is just not able to do what she wants. It's very, very difficult for her to put down her Glacial Storm, do her damage, place the walls to cut off choke points, because they aren't able to get the prep work done in time because they are so far behind.
I still really like that Divine Ascension put their main focus on this Darius. We saw the Chains of Corruption maybe come out a little bit early, but still, as soon as ranged tops stepped on up, they immediately put their attention onto him. We did see, you know, this is not to take away from BSG. There is a couple nice things there where we see them dodging out of this these major CC, but at this point, right, DAA is so strong that even when you get away from those major ults or those major wombo combos, they still have answers to deal with you afterwards, and that makes it very tough for BSG to find a way back into this one.
I completely agree there. It's just impossible. Giggle's gonna get one-shot by everything that walks in his face, and even if he's able to get like a reset or something, the crit Varus is just gonna shred through his HP by auto-attacking him to death and using that on-hit from his W, right? That just does so much work, and Chaos not able to get the setup again. And you need to be able to get those Glacial Storms down, but you're not prepped. It's hard to prep when you have to walk into the face of a Jarvan, Gwen, Varus, and an Orianna to boot. It's so hard to walk up, get the setup you need. But we see something happening here, potentially? Nah, not really.
We're watching the potential setup here as DAA has started up this Baron, but I don't think they know Ingrotus is not too far away from this one, but 4 members of DAA on this Baron right now. We do see the top and mid laners kind of duking out there, but this thing's just gonna go. This thing's just gonna go away. It gets melted down. There's not gonna be an answer from BSG, so Purple Worm, Purple Buff gonna be on the side of DAA for the next few minutes.
Oh no.
Perky Trix is getting chased down, flashes on over the wall, but followed by the Cataclysm. Vaunted Dream is there. Zanya's is gonna come down with the Soul Shackles, but it does not matter. Vaunted drops the flag down onto the head of Perky Trix, and now these members of DAA looking to push on in. Look at the damage coming out too. With this Infernal Soul, with this Baron buff, this turret is gonna just get eviscerated.
Yep, double Infernal hurts a lot,
My
and having a little bit of a Cloud Soul or Cloud Dragon
Oh,
and
Chains
Ocean
of
Dragon.
Corruption on Angrotus. He's going to go down very soon. Origin finds the kill. Range Stops is next to go as Rat IRL secures one for themselves. And now Chaos putting the wall up, but it's not going to do much against the squad here. Double Baron Canyons coming in with this as well, too, as Chaos is going to try and run away. The Shockwave is not going to land onto that Cryo Phoenix here, but a massive wave coming in. All 5 members of DAA are here ready to rumble. Giggle Queef is going to get jumped on though by Jackson back. Look at the damage coming out from the needlework. Holy crap. That is absolutely insane, but both Nexus turrets are taken down. DAA turned their attention onto this Nexus, and that's going to be game 1 for Divine Ascension Azure.
Yep, DAA playing that game so incredibly well there. There's just not much you realistically can do if you get behind with the comp that BSG have drafted themselves, because you can't set up properly, because you're just going to get one shot by everything. The Sejuani, just not tanky at all. Even with those defensive stats coming in from the Frostfire Gauntlet, just can't tank anything. Gets shredded by the Orianna, gets shredded by the Varus, gets shredded by the Gwen, just can't walk up. And without getting proper vision control, especially with that squishy mage support, you're not able to get what you need. You're not able to get Chaos in position to get those Glacial Storms down. And it all just stemmed from a lot of things happening in the bottom lane. Varus able to get so far ahead, as well as the Karma just keeping down Giggle and Perky together in that bot lane because of that Karma poke. The Varus able to scale up, and the massive team fights were so important by those Dragon Pits, by those choke points where Origin and Vada Dream just made their combo work like a charm.
Yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you look at the damage coming through from that Varus as well, too. Did incredibly well on the on-hit. I know we had our doubts going into this one, but makes it work very, very well. And I think, combined with all that CC, I can see it for sure. It was a lot of damage. And a lot of this, that ball got rolling very early on. Vaunted made a trip to the top lane extremely early. It did result in a trade kill, but, I mean, he was ganking constantly throughout this game. So definitely a shout out to that jungle of DAA for definitely enabling his team on this one. But a lot of great stuff from both sides. We'll see if BSG can pull it back in this game. Predictions were completed, so whoever voted for DAA is a little bit richer in that department. But there's also a poll for player of the game, so make sure to vote in Twitch chat. It's just command vote, and then whichever one of the positions you want to vote for. But we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. When we get back, we'll hop into game number 2 to see if BSG can pull one back here and bring us to a final game 3, or if DAA is going to take it all home in a game in that second game. But we'll see you very soon.
The world has been broke down. The world is just announced. Final time is now. The final time to bow. But I will not get down. For you can't force me now. Awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight them. I could show you how to defeat them now. am floating out to sea. Yeah, contrary to popularly, I ain't invincible, not even close. I'm just a little girl, a failure to most. I'm a flower left for days. Oh, this bitter world, she's out for my she's out for
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. We got our first player of the game. It's none other than MG Rat IRL on that Varus, going 7-3-12. So very impressive stuff to start that first game of the night off. But we are just about to hop into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you're ready for this one. Let's see if BSG can pull one back. We do have a side selection swap, as it is BSG side selection for this game. They have opted for the blue side. And we'll really see how powerful that blue side is, that B1 pick just being so important. So let's see if it's going to go down as a potential full 3-game series, or if DAA is going to find the win here. We saw lots of close stuff this today, but oh my goodness, yes, I have to invite Salt to this. My apologies, Salt. Let me get you in here, brother, as I'm going to invite Salt on in. I was busy editing off there, so we should be good to go. Okay. I'll give him the ready check. Let's flip it on back over to the draft and get this second game of the night.
I do not have link to draft.
I will send that to you too personally, Salt. Don't you worry. I'll get you, buddy.
Alrighty. There
Let's flip it on over. Game number 2. Let's check it out as we are hopping into this one right now. Very quickly. Okay. So, what a game 1.
Okay.
What a game 1, Salt.
I like the adjustment.
Yeah.
I like the adjustment there.
Gonna respect part of that wombo combo that came through last game. I believe that's in order for this game. Is do see the Ezreal ban out once again. Does make sense on this red side, as they just don't want to see it. I wonder if they ban the Jarvan too, Salt.
But it is going to be that Zac taking off the field, you know, great engage from so many different angles. Very strong champ as well if you play it right. You know, I know my jungler, Karthik002, definitely a little bit of a smurf on that champion. But the Ezreal taking off the field as well. Ezreal, like I said, best AD carry in the game. But, pick poke into it, that's how you win it. However, we'll see what this next ban coming in from DAA is going to be. And the Kindred taken away from Angradas once again. Another one of those 80 carry junglers. Both of them were banned, but it is going to be that sneaky twitch from banned away from MG Rat IRL.
It's maybe the name that gives it away, just a smidge there. But yeah, we do see that Kindred taken away from Angradas once again. So definitely respecting what he's been able to do so far on the season across multiple leagues with that champ in his hand. It's actually the same 3 bans from DAA. They're totally fine keeping it the same. But it is BSG with that B1 pick in this round. So, okay. Gonna go potentially for Diana. They will be. Don't know if it's mid or jungle yet, but...
Gwen open, guys.
Gwen's... Oh boy. Well, I'm ready to see the Teemo show up on screen,
Karma.
but let's see if they are gonna go for that Gwen potentially here, as... are waiting for this this next pick here. But yeah, back to that Karma again. I would expect it to go on to Fred. Kind of got a little fed on that Karma last game.
Ooh, Jax.
Ooh,
that's a good counter to the Gwen, actually. That does deny that pick. Jax can duel the Gwen early and outscales her like a monster, because Jax is just one of those split pushers that you can't really deal with. Hullbreaker could work with him because he doesn't really like team fighting all that much. He sort of just likes to do his own thing, push, get a bunch of farm that way, invade enemy jungle. That's his plan. Doesn't really want to team fight all that much. So definitely something that's good into the Gwen. And it's not super reliant on healing as well. So it's not like a Darius, not like an Aurelia who can be countered by that Ignite. So we'll see what Backseat Gaming do.
Yeah. We'll see what they do with it. just waiting on that. We might be getting a little bit of lag on that on this next pick. So,
Yeah.
I'm I don't know what it's gonna be, but I am getting a potential message here from the DAA captain about something spicy. I don't know what it is yet. He's teasing me on this one, but I'm excited. We do see the Shen coming in here for BSG, so that's probably going to go up for F-range tops. I would expect it usually in the top. It's not as great in support. There is that option to potentially flip it there, but most likely up into the top lane.
I definitely think it is stronger as a top laner. Can actually duel a lot of those melee bruisers very well. Jax, I definitely do think is decent into it, although both of them do have ways to get away from that damage, but it's going to be Giggle's Vayne picked up here.
Oh
B3.
man, if you have not seen his Vayne before, if he can get rolling on this thing, it is absolutely nasty. Not afraid to go for those early aggressive plays. We saw him try to go for it last time on the Tristana, got a little punished for it, so we'll see what happens. The fact that DAA going for that Varus Karma once again. And, you know, I wonder, are they going to go for the on-hit once more? It seemed to work out pretty well for Rad IRL last game. But in this opportunity, you know, you might have a little bit more wiggle room to get even more poke onto Giggle. But you see the next round of bans coming through. That will be the Victor band. Respect being shown over towards Chaos on his main champ there. So let's see what else is going to be sitting on the bench for this one.
Yep. LeBlanc. His heat there, you know, Mage Assassin, very strong if it gets rolling. Needs to get rolling in order to be useful, in my opinion. Cooldowns are really long, especially in the early game, very punishable. So you just gotta respect it. Gotta take it down when you can and respect the damage when it's there. That's just how you have to play around LeBlancs as of now. A lot of Mage Assassins, or AP Assassins, rely on that. Galio also taken off the field. Good mid lane pick as well as support pick. Good flex coming in there. Jarvan also taken away from DAA, denying both parts of the combo. No baby cage, no shock wave, and Jarvan is also pretty good in the Vayne because she cannot tumble out of the baby cage when it's down. No way out of there. You'd have to burn that flash.
Yep. So that's a nice respect band towards Vaunted. They do not want to deal with his Jarvan again, especially after what he did to him in game number 1 there. But let's see if DAA are going to bring out something spicy here. I wonder what they're thinking. Well, potentially bringing in something that they've been practicing, haven't shown yet, but timer is a ticking. So let's see what it's going to be. Still, I mean, they could potentially just lock in a jungle here for Vaunted. Let's see if they're going to go for that and maybe get the counter for Origin, but I don't know what's going on with this timer. Okay, there it is. Corki gonna be coming in, which means they are looking for the jungle counter for Vaunted. That's pretty spicy. Unless it's a Jax jungle, and we're all just being deceived here.
I think that's really bad. If they do opt for that Jax jungle, he needs that XP to get those levels going, and he also needs income. And you can't really take lane, farm, and jungle camps as a jungler. You only really get camps, but as a top laner, you get both. So, you know, you really want that to be in the top lane. So they are giving their counter to Vaunted. Unless it is that Jax jungle, I don't agree with it, though.
I'll have to see. It's all gonna come to fruition very soon, as both we might be experiencing some pentaQ issues here because I'm seeing both sides here. It's just sometimes it does do that, you know. Thankfully, next split we are planning on switching on over, but that is so spicy. The Blitzcrank for Perky coming on, and you know what? I do like this. This is the all-in against the poke. That's what you like to see, and that's kind of the matchup I think BSG was looking for in match 1. But now they've got it. They've got something that can deal with that poke, deal with that long range, bring the Varus or Karma to them. That's definitely what you want for the Vayne.
Definitely agree there. And it's just easy to catch out some of those squishy targets, right? Well, Corki not so squishy anymore because Divine Sunder is a balanced item.
Yep.
Super long range poke there. But you can catch out a Varus, you can catch out a Karma very easily with a hook, with a well-placed hook, but the Sylas coming in, going to steal a couple of these ultimates. Jack's ultimate is surprisingly good on the Sylas. gives him that damage reduction, but also gives him the passive as long as he doesn't press the R button. Those passive autos every third, smack, 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 smack. You know, a little bit of extra AP damage, and guess what Sylas builds? AP.
Mm-hmm.
So if he takes that ult, not bad.
So that must mean Diana is going to be going into the jungle for Engrotus. So you know what? I do like this a little bit more. It's more aggressive for Engrotus, which kind of suits. I think this overall team just suits BSG much better than what they did in game 1, which was more defensive.
Could be River Shen.
Could it be River? It could be River Shen. They could send Sylas top, Diana mid, River Shen.
Chaos does play it. Chaos plays that Diana, so it could be River Shen for Engrotus. But the Xin Zhao going to be picked up here for DAA, that super hyper-aggressive early game jungler who just ganks super, super well. Very hard to avoid, even as a Vayne, as a Shen, as a Diana. You can't really get away from that because he just follows you, he just slows you down, and jumps forward and knocks you up. What can you really do, especially with Hail of Blades?
Oh, this is going to be a fun one for sure. But Vaunted back again on another gap-closing jungle. And we saw how much that pays off. Oh, I do have the these switched up here. So, it should be... There we are. He was extremely good at getting in the faces of BSG, really setting up his team. And I think on his Xin Zhao, it's going to enable that kind of playstyle even more. You pair that up with a Counter-Strike on Jax. Not exactly the easiest thing for the Shen to get away. Yes, he has the taunt to kind of dash on out of that, but they still have lots of options to lock him on down. Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, we know the bands. We know the bands. We know the bands.
We already know what everything is going to be, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But no, as long as you don't ban something that someone's actually picking, you know, yikes, really. But
quick restart.
You know, what can you do? What can you do?
Just do a quick restart, and then you're all good.
True.
Quick little
True.
But no, I'm excited for this one. You know, again, like I mentioned, a lot more of a team comp suited for BSG's playstyle. I do have my slight concerns about this top lane, but I think, you know, the main point of this Shen is to be there for the Stand Uniteds, and, you know, whenever Giggle is kind of going ham on that Vayne, which he does, that he's there, that extra little layer of protection that he's going to have to keep that Vayne alive. And then there's a Shin there, and then you have the taunt available. That can be really, really huge for swinging these team fights in those clutch situations. However, if Jackson back is up there, a simple Counter-Strike can just stop him. It can stun the Shen right on out of that. So, does have to be smart about when he uses the Stand United, but I think this one's going to be pretty close, Salt.
Oh, I agree. This is going to be a very, very good style coming in from BSG. They can be very proactive with their composition with the Blitzcrank, with the Diana going in with a Shen on her back, or Blitzcrank going with a Shen on his back. Very, very helpful there. No River Shen for Engrotus, though. Going to be that Diana in the jungle for the side of Backseat Gaming. And that Jax is going to the top side, as we did expect. You know, solo lane, since that is a thing, though, don't sleep on it.
Oh, I mean, that top lane was pretty fun to watch last game. The trading between the Gwen and Darius was pretty damn spicy. I don't know how aggressive range tops is going to be able to get into this Jax. Maybe on the early levels, you know, it does generally surprise me how much damage a Shen still can pump out, but Jax can get pretty scary. He can get pretty scary with the fact that he can lock you down, keep you in place, and just bonk away. But yep. I want to bring our attention back to that mid pick for Divine Ascension. I recently got my my Tushy handed to me by a certain Corki mid player.
Divine Sunder Corki.
Yes, with Divine Sunder. The fact that you can build out on him now too, that item is just ridiculously strong. Just offers so much damage. So much damage. I don't know if they build it this game because there's not a lot of % health on it, but still, it's a pretty damn good item either way you put it.
Sylas health stacks, Blitz health stacks, and so does Shen. So I think Sunder is actually pretty decent here.
I take it back. I take it all back, Salt. Take it all back. But
oh wait, it's Sylas jungle.
That's even spicier than what I predicted here, because I am going to put the predictions up right now, but Sylas jungle for Engrotus. Okay,
Vaunted. All you have to do is walk into his jungle and kill him, because Sylas in the early levels doesn't really do much. He needs to hit that level 13 to be useful. unless he gets Omega fed for some random reason, which he really shouldn't. You don't really have priority with a Blitzcrank Vayne lane. Corki should just be completely ungankable. And, you know, maybe the Jax, I guess, but he does have that Leap Strike out, so it's really hard to actually gank anything here on the side of Divine Ascension Azure. So, good draft from them, and Xin Zhao will push forward this early game. Bot lane should have huge priority. Varus, Karma into Vayne Blitzcrank. What are they going to do? Unless, like, the Karma gets hooked or the Varus gets hooked, which they really shouldn't.
Oops.
Play it properly and you shouldn't get hooked. Manage your waves properly and you should never be given the opportunity.
I just had a quick slip up on the champions here. We'll have the right ones up on the board in just a second here, but just a misclick. Whoopsie there.
Whoopsies.
I'm gonna switch those around too. The Silas jungle, the Diana in the mid lane. So that is definitely gonna be interesting to watch how that pans out. Just based off of how aggressive Vanta was last game, I think they might have a little bit of a heads up on, you know, maybe I just go for the invades. Maybe I look to trade out for the Silas, because that Xin Zhao can actually get a lot done. His level 2, level 3. It's gonna be interesting. Could be interesting, but I wonder what Twitch chat thinks. Predictions are up right now, so you can go ahead and vote on who you think is going, or bet on who you think is going to win with those channel points. But what do you think, Salt? Are we going to see that game 3, or is this going to be it? Is DAA just going to take it right here?
If the Diana and the Silas don't get snowballing, no, they can't. I don't think they can. They're putting all, like, sure, the Vayne can be strong, but she's going to get one-tapped by a Corki and a Varus and a Xin Zhao the entire game. So Giggle's going to be struggling. It's up to the Diana and Gratis on that Silas to make something happen, because, you know, there's an immobile backline there with the Varus Karma. Corki can dash away, yes, but if you can take out the lethality threats, that enables Giggle to be able to make things happen. However, Xin Zhao, you know, strong champ, what can you really do about that? So it's going to be hard. They're going to be permanently pressured, or that's what should be happening here on the side of DAA. They just should be perma-pressuring, and they definitely have, once again, a simple-to-execute comp.
And this is, I think, one very important thing for BSG going into this game is going to be vision control for 2 reasons. The fact that, you know, if you can find those picks with Perky Tricks Blitzcrank, that could be huge for getting this Vayne rolling. I mean, that's generally what we see too is, you know, if that Vayne does end up getting ahead by mid-game by 20 minutes, somewhere in that range, if the Vayne is ahead, it becomes very, very scary stuff to deal with. But I think, you know what, once that Corki has the package, I'd just be looking for Giggle Queef every single time. You know, putting the damage down onto that Vayne and just getting her off the board before that those silver bolts can get stacking. Because that's where the main damage is going to come from. It's that paired up with the Kraken Slayer is what we usually see. But we'll have to see how this one unfolds, because, you know, I think BSG definitely have some options here. But they're going to have to be very much aware of what's happening on this map. They need that early information, and they can't end up getting caught out by Vaunted once again, because there's a very good chance that Xin Zhao is going to be looking for something early, but we'll have to see how this all shakes down on the Rift. We're going to hop to break in just a few moments, and when we come back, we'll be on the Rift for game number 2. We'll see you soon. ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to LAS Premade Week 6. We've got our game number 2 on the way right now, starting on off BSG on the blue side and DAA on the red. So we see a few pinks coming out, but it's looking like it's going to be a nice 5-point defense here. However, BSG on the offense for this starting of the game. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this vision. You do see that ward placed by DAA in the river there, so it will spot these members of BSG out if they're going to decide to push, as all of them get spotted on that ward. Fred, buddy, Fred, you got to go. You got to go.
You know they're there.
Oh, man.
Get out of there, Fred. Fred. Okay, he makes it out.
Oh, boy. He will stay alive for now.
Double defensive wards there. Very good placement coming in from DAA, but that does mean they're very susceptible to ganks come the early game because both these wards expire. For the junglers, shouldn't look for their first gank rotations there.
Yeah, see, they're still gonna.
Oh,
guys, you're on a ward. Oh no.
They don't know.
Completely caught out, and Grotus is gonna be stepping up the flash for flash there, and almost actually able to land it there. And Grotus looking for a little.
How
bit
did
of
that
something
work?
As everyone survives, but we have 2 flashes down from the supports already. There is Hex Flash.
Varus pinged the wrong flash. They think Silas doesn't have flash. That's gonna bite them in the butt.
Potentially. They're still looking for it. The
They're
pull's
still
gonna come
going.
through on the blue buff, and it's actually stolen away by Engrotus. We have a little full 1 fight breaking out. Let's see if they're gonna go for a giggle on the back, dealing some good damage here. A little poke from Fred the Undead. Same from MG Rat IRL. Perky's taking a little bit of that, but Engrotus finds the steal on the blue buff. That is some crazy cheese here. As we have some trades already coming through. F-Range Top's actually doing quite a good job into Jackson back right now. So, what a way to start this game, Salt.
Yep. And the Blitzcrank hook usually screws over junglers there by yoinking the buff. But this time, it guarantees Engrotus the buff, and we see something on the top side.
See, Counter-Strike comes on through. Gonna get sidestepped there by F-Range Tops. Just looking for those grasp stacks. That is a difficult one to stay there, but you see a little rotation coming in from Origin. This is kind of crazy. Level 2 from the Corki walking on up, trying to bait into this bush right now as Jackson back is trying to get the attention of F-Range Tops there. The dash away will come through, but look at the damage right now. The flash from the Shen too. Summoners left and right being blown. This is insane.
And good rotation there from Origin, taking advantage of the timer that he made for himself there, forcing the summoner off of the top laner, something you never really see. I think last time I saw it was Huhi at Worlds on that Aurelion Soul, but this is a Corki.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and a nice big wave to come right back to lane 2. This is honestly really good rotation. Gets a decent amount for it and doesn't really lose out too much other than in the experience, but he's going to be level 3 right off of that wave, so really not too much lost off of that.
And, you know, that's great. You get a summoner, you lose 2 minions, so what? You're still up CS, and you have the wave in a great position for yourself. Chaos does get that base off the cheater base there. Origin is going to have to try and shove out this wave before the Diana does make it in time to prevent the counter freeze, but teleport is available, so you might have to use that sum to guarantee that he makes sure the freeze doesn't happen, but
it's Revenge of the Blue buffs. Salt's Vaunted coming on in, looking to take away this
Silas
blue
is only
from
level 2.
Engrotus. Silas is losing so much health off of this, but he smites the blue buff on down, manages to grab that, and here comes Chaos on over the wall for the first blood.
Good rotation.
Oh, lovely rotation, Salt.
If Origin had the W, why did he not go over the wall earlier? He should have just gone over and committed with his jungler there. So, in essence, he had first move no matter what, and yet Chaos showed up first. So that is a big blunder from the mid laner there, from the side of DAA after playing that wave so amazingly, but we see a gank here.
Oh my goodness, and Grotus coming around from behind and almost able to find Origin there. They're definitely thinking about it, but not going to quite go for that kill underneath the mid-tier 1. I do see the Xin Zhao is hovering around this bot half of the map, is spotted out by that ward. Really nice ward, I think, that was placed down by Perky Tricks there, so let's see if they're able to make anything happen off of that. As F-Range Shop trading on in with Jackson back quite a bit. Will take that turret shot. Counter-Strike coming through. I think he could have killed him there. I think Jackson could have killed him.
No, he's taking too much minion damage.
Oh, that would have been so close, especially with the corrupting pot coming through too.
if he goes 1 for 1 there, it's really bad because he loses that entire wave. It's better to just back off.
Oh, look at this,
but
though.
they're invading.
Looking for Vaunted right now. 3 members from BSG are in the jungle. Exhaust even is used, but they will find that kill going on over to the Sylas and see if they can find another right now as hovering around this bot side. Perky is standing on a control ward right now. Gonna know exactly where that Karma is because you leashed him. You gave him the exact coordinates he would have needed. Forces the flash on out of Fred. It was literally just coming off a cooldown.
It just came off of cooldown and you had to burn it again.
Oh,
Fred, you literally gave him a GPS location. You might as well have given him, hey, look where I'm standing. I'm right here. I'm right here. But Perky, going mid. Look at us. Zone away Origin a little bit there because Chaos has no mana.
Yep, he's going to have to take the safe path back to his bot side as Vaunted is just hovering around in here. Gets the speed up from the Karma. So I believe they saw him here. Oh, looking to try and close that gap, but the Blast Cone will take him back to safety. Very close.
So a lot of the issues in this game that I do think stem from what happened, not from that first blue buff, but what happened at the second blue buff there. Because Chaos got first move when he shouldn't have, it actually affected a lot of what Vaunted wanted to do.
Oh, look at the damage coming down on the MG. Red IRL will flash on out to safety. Exhaust on the Giggle Creep to keep him down, but that Dragon is going to be going on over to Divine Ascension. But look at Chaos on the back with the Moonfall doing so much damage. We're going to have to zoom out to keep all this action coming through as Giggle Creep will pick up one there. Chaos looking for the next one. A little bit of slow coming from Rat IRL, but this should just... Oh my goodness, nice dodge. Nice dodge, Origin. I will give him that. Wow.
And as I was saying earlier, a lot of the reason why they're so far behind now is because of that play that happened on the enemy blue buff. And now they lose another blue buff again. Just because of the cascading events. There's something that happened and, you know, just lost. I honestly think that could have been a game-losing play there.
It is definitely tough to bounce back from that right now. Especially the fact that Vaunted keeps getting picked off, keeps getting punished for, I would say, a little bit of over-aggressiveness. But, I don't know, maybe it's just the power of blue side right now. Because, you know, BSG is up about 1.5k gold. Kind of that lead that we saw early on from Divine Ascension last time. So, they're the ones in the driver's seat right now. This top lane is becoming a little bit more challenging for ranged tops as... it is the Sheen actually bought first for...
Down 30 CS too, somehow.
Yeah, that CS lead is starting.
How did that happen?
That's a good question.
How did that happen?
That's a good question, Salt.
That's not ideal, but... wait, that's actually very, very bad for them. Mainly because... Yeah, gold is very much in favor of BSG as of now. A lot of the gold's where you want it to be. Wait, Sylas has a Leeching Leer.
Is he building a Riftmaker? Well,
he's building a Riftmaker, he has to be.
Okay. Any Sylas mains out there in Twitch? We'll confirm, yay or nay.
I think going for the Rocket Belt would have been a better item, personally, because Sylas's healing doesn't come from his damage. It mostly comes from the fact that you do a bunch of healing through your having just a crap ton of AP, and that's why you go the Everfrost, because it gives you AP as its mythic passive, which increases your healing by a lot. 15 AP per item, that's a lot. That's just another bit more you can heal every single Kingslayer.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out there for that Sylas, but. Little bit of action going on in this mid lane. It's 2v2. Perky's going in extremely low. We'll get the knock up and the trade coming back on through from Chaos. But now Vaunted Dream is on the chase, however, and Grota's showing on up big. It's a kill. Double kill for Chaos, however. Double kill also for Vaunted.
Just like that, though, Vaunted's back in the game.
Yep. Just like that. It's we even see a little bit of shutdown gold still on that Diana, so... That's definitely going to be nice as, trade's coming out of the top lane. F-range top is going to get blocked out by that Counter-Strike. Just able to stay alive. Jackson back will have to go back to base.
Flash auto.
He could just flash auto. At this point, no.
Just flash Q auto. Flash Q auto, he dies.
See it. Come on. Do it.
Go for it.
Do it.
Flash Q auto.
Do it. Hey! He did it.
There it is. Or flash taunt. Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah, that works out.
Didn't really need to burn the taunt. But, you know, the flash auto is enough. But hey, good job there. quick range tops. That's what you want to see there. Yeah, the Jax just can't really do all that much to you, especially because he opted for the Sheen first instead of building towards that, towards the Blade of the Rune King. We see something going on here.
Right now, yeah, and Grotus getting caught out in this jungle. Or is it Vaunted getting caught out as Gigglequeef coming on in to pick up that kill? Gonna look for the Kingslayer, but not quite able to land that. The poke still pretty scary from DAA, but we're starting to see BSG run away with this game. 2.5k gold lead at this point. We have another Dragon up in a minute. And Mountain Cloud, I think we might see another Infernal this game, potentially that Ocean. But I'm feeling like it's an Infernal night, so I'm hoping for it right now. And if you take a look at our scoreboards, though, to see exactly where that gold is allocated, it's where you want it. The kills are on Diana. They're on the Vayne. That's exactly where Backseat Gaming want their gold.
1k gold lead for the Vayne. That's going to be very, very important. Especially since the Varus is building that lethality, doesn't scale as well as that Vayne come late, but they're looking on the bot side here.
Oh, look at this. In goes Perkytrix. The silence will come down, the pull on in, and that kill is going to be gifted, wrapped on up, and put a bow on top, because Gigglequeef is getting some nice kills set up from Engrotus and Perkytrix there. Lovely stuff.
They're playing around where they need to. Diana and Vayne, both very, very strong, accelerated beyond belief now, you know, 3 kills to each of their names.
Oh, Chaos.
And that's just what you want to see, but they're looking for the dive here.
Oh, Chaos is looking for it right now. He's ready to go on in, looking for this big damage. Moonfall is popped as well, too. It's just a clean dive for Backseat Gaming as they go ahead, pick off Fred the Undead, and potentially a couple turret plates for themselves here. TP's actually going to get used here from Origin. I believe he's got the package ready to go, too, so... Oh, no, Chaos.
Yep.
Oh no, Chaos is going to get jumped on immediately and just shut down, going on over, but condemn into the wall there. Gigglequeef is trying to look for something here. MG Rat IRL is showing up as well too, dodging out of that one, but oh, Chains of Corruption flashed away. It was hijacked by Engrotus, but Rat IRL managed to stay alive. A lot of trading coming through, a lot of very slippery dodges away from this one, but look at top lane right now. Jackson taking a turret shot, flashes on back, and will somehow stay alive for this one. This is going to be, maybe I would think, a little bit of a bait, but Vaunted actually going for that Herald, picking on up and making his way towards his top side.
Not stay. Jackson, just walk back and heal a little bit with those minions. Good. And now you get to live, and you might get...
Oh, it's the bait. It's a bait.
Oh, the bait.
Oh, they're going on top of F-range tops. Immediately take him out. Gorgeous.
I love to see it.
Oh, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Gift that kill over to the Jax, and you get that accelerated, and you can kill that Vayne even faster.
Yep. And now Jackson just has a straight shot at some turret plating for themselves. Should be able to push in a little bit as well too. And I don't. Do you think he just finishes it off right here? There's no one here to contest him.
He has Sheen.
Yep. That's it. First tower is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be really close. Okay. He can still get it. But he's taunted up by the Shen, taking a turret shot and forced to go on back to safety. However, Stand United is going to be used into the spot. Have beautiful pull there from Perkytrix. Silence to stop that Karma from doing anything. That gift to kill. Going on over to Chaos. Ping's coming down onto this dragon. It looks like it's just going to be a trade for the Cloud for that top tower. So, very spicy stuff.
This Jax is going to be a very, very rich man. I think he might actually take over the gold lead there if he gets that. Yep, most gold in the game now.
Wow. Yep. 5.5k and still counting.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a little messy right here as Dragon is going to be picked up here. Perkytrix is the one getting jumped on right now by Vaunted as Chaos does take a tower shot. The knockup coming through as well too. Chaos is going to have the Moonfall available, but is not going to be able to land this one. Vaunted looking to go back on in too as F-Range Top's looking for this one. That will be the hijack on to the, hold on, Crescent Guard for the Zinzal. As nothing, no kills coming through right there, but it's just that constant threat of this may happen. Watch out for the Blitzcrank pulls, and Perky doing pretty good so far on landing those hooks where they're needed. Oh yes.
Other than one of his deaths, I think most of Vaunted's falls have been to the Blitzcrank hook.
Here they go again, condemn into the wall. Kingslayer to go on in, and Grotus, look at the healing coming through too. I think he's going to get traded out. Yeah, unfortunate. But 1 for 1 there. This is also going to mean that bot tier 1 is not going down because Giggle doesn't have a wave. Pretty neutral on that one.
Yep. Karma needs to just Mantra Q. Nice.
Okay. They're good. Giggle will
do
get
it
this
early
one,
enough. Still gets it. Yep. So Tower does fall over to the Vayne. Now the new richest woman in the game. Oh, look at the
Chaos.
mid lane though.
Chaos is always looking for it. If he lands one of those Qs, just expect him to be going.
Oh, for sure.
That Moonfall is on a pretty low cooldown as well too. I'm just gonna take a peek at it. 78 seconds for level 1. Not half bad considering how early on we are still into this game. But that Corki can be potentially slippery if he has the Valkyrie up, so just has to make sure to land that at the right time. As now we're seeing these trades go back on over in the favor of Jax on back. Jackson back.
Oh,
He's got Jax in his name. I'm putting 2 and 2 together right now. Salt, this is a revelation happening right on stream here.
true. And every trade that, even though the Jax goes negative in health, he still has that innate sustain with the Blade of the Ruined King. It's very helpful there.
Wait,
you
this
taunted
is
yourself into your
not
death.
the trade you want, but he baits him back to Chaos. Another 1 for 1 is going to be coming through, as actually the flash from Perky Tricks looking to find another. Fred the Undead is now the dead, as they are able to take him out. And luckily they don't spot Vaunted. He's hiding out there in the jungle as Origin getting some good damage onto Chaos now. Ooh, my goodness.
Thunder is a balanced item, guys. I swear.
Slightly balanced. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even when you're not even attacking tanks, it's still doing a ton of damage. Vaunted now next to get jumped on. This Change of Corruption actually going to be going down onto Angrotus. The pull there will be coming through. Let's see if it's going to be the trade going on over to Vaunted, as Gigglequeef has shown up too. And will be the Q being used. That piercing arrow is coming through. Oh no.
Oh, teleports.
Double teleports coming through. Stand United also going to be used. Vaunted Dream is going to get taken out as the taunt's going onto Jackson back. Fred the Undead has shown up, but Jackson is just going to get taken out as another kill going on over to BSG. 15-7, up about 2K gold here. But look at Origin, he's got the package. He's ready to roll. Let's see. He's going to go for a package. He's going to come on down. Chaos is looking to trade him right now. Piercing Arrow will not land onto Perky, but let's watch these mid laners continue to trade it on out. Perky will go down. F-range Chops maybe getting a little too hungry for this one, as the missiles are going to be shot. Oh my goodness, that poke from all three, almost able to take out the Shen.
Origin
Don't look, close your eyes. It's a massacre.
Say hello to the new richest man. Or Yordle, I should say. Corki. Now, sitting at the most gold in the game. And Sunder, as I said, balanced item.
6,900 gold, by the way.
They don't heal that much.
No.
But you just do so much damage, especially against targets who aren't stacking health. Targets who aren't stacking resistances.
Yeah.
Like every single item on the side of BSG has a health component to it, and that just adds to the damage coming through from Divine Sunderer. You know, already it's done 300 damage, and he's only really autoed a couple targets, mostly just using those rockets, doing so much work with the M-Pen and the health. So that's why he stayed alive for a lot of these fights. But we see mid lane being taken here. Perky gonna force away that Valkyrie.
Yep, 2 turrets to 2 turrets. I think though, you know, there is that chance for both these teams to get in late. However, another beautiful rocket grab from Perky there. Giggle again picking up that kill. However, walking back to a little bit of a weird position here. 2 members are on him. The Immortal Shield Bow will not be enough. Perky Tricks getting that knock up here. F-range Chops has shown up to try and trade out, and Grotus gonna be forced to flash on out. This is a bit of a messy fight here from BSG, as DAA gonna get hit up with a triple Moonfall from Chaos, but it does not matter. It's a double kill here for Origin. That Corki really starting to come online.
Yeah, Corki just scales like a monster, and the Divine Sunderer just helps that even more. Just outputting so much percent health damage very easily, because Corki loves to spell wave, likes to do shred their armor, and Magic Resist with the Spitfire there, just do so much work. And the Xin Zhao, you know, may have started the game off not very well, but has brought back that KDA now, 5, 6, and 3. Stridebreaker helping out a lot, closing that gap. Or not closing the gap, sorry, but slowing down the targets, because this is the new patch. So the new Stridebreaker is out, 400 HP. Big, slow, helps out quite a bit, especially since you're able to get onto targets easily. You don't need the extra dash, you just want that slow to make sure they can't run away from you.
Yeah, plus Zinza already has a gap closer in his kit, so
Exactly.
I think he's fine, even with the changes coming into it. But we are starting to see DAA pull back this game quite a bit here. Even though they are down in kills, they have that extra dragon. They are up in Infernal, which means they're going to be doing just a little bit of extra damage right now. But you can see that gold is swinging into the favor of Divine Ascension right now. So let's see if they're going to start pulling away with this game right now, or if BSG can step on back in, take that lead back. This is a very close one.
Oh.
However, gonna see something
Wait,
interesting
Jackson?
happen around this red buff right now. Jackson back is gonna get pulled back in and knocked up, but that's definitely not the person you want to hook. Hijack is gonna come through onto the crescent sweep right there. Silas looking to go back in. That Stand United was used, and Giggle Queeve gonna take down Jackson back. Big chains of corruption from Rat IRL, but not a lot of damage coming on through. They are shielded up quite nice. That Corky's got to get that spray off, but he's not quite able to find it as two members of DAA gonna drop there. BSG closing that gold gap now. It's less than 400 Salt.
Greedy pathing. That's all I'm going to say there. You cannot walk that way, Jackson, when your mid tower has fallen, because the entirety of BSG just has a free avenue in. They can just walk right through their mid lane into your red side jungle, and you'll never even see them coming unless you have that warded. And you didn't.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
F-range tops. That's the poke. You got the triple poke that is still alive right now, so you still have to respect it. They lose F-range tops.
How
And are
400 damage.
that was a lot of damage. Plus a Baron. Plus a Baron helped out a little bit there too. So.
Resistant Shred definitely helping out there,
Yeah.
taking down the tank there of Frick Range Tops. But, you know, Corky, 2 items now, so unbelievably strong there. Has that full Mura mana completed. Divine Sunderer going to be helping that pen there. And, you know, he's just going to start building crit from here, and he's just going to keep going like a monster. So right now, it's looking very, very much in favor of Divine Ascension Azure, even though BSG did find some good picks there. The Corky's exactly where you want him to be at this stage of the game. Diana, still not able to finish her second item. Vayne very strong, though, sitting on 2 with that Phantom Dancer. Building towards that Blade of the Rune King, I do believe, sitting on a Vamp Scepter and a Dagger. But Silas, strong too. Riftmaker and Zonya is going to be able to buy so much time, but they're looking on Rat IRL.
Perky. Perky is always fishing. You got to know he's ready to go. Chaos is looking for something in the bot side right now. But BSG actually looking like they're about to get collapsed on right now. It's about to be a 4v4 situation. Maybe even 4v5. Stand United is coming out. Maybe a little early on this one, as they're just looking to get the number. Yep. Just looking to get those numbers tied up. But it's just a dance right now, Salt.
Just a little bit of a dance here around the Dragon Pit. Spawning up in a minute 30. I'm actually surprised they burned that cooldown now. Now was not the time to do it. Dragon's not even remotely close to being up.
No, still another minute 20 on that one, but I think it was just the threat of DAA saying, go ahead, keep it 4v5 right now. I dare you to keep it 4v5.
Field
We will
goal.
jump on you so fast.
Perky, though, even though he missed that one hook, everything else has looked good. But look at Ingratus on the flank.
Ole, take a look at the side. He's trying to find something. He's going to get spotted out by Orton. This is actually really troublesome right now. He's going to go golden with that stopwatch, trying to find something out. But DAA immediately spot him out. They're going to rotate over and pick off the Silas before a nasty flank can come on through. And now DAA has the numbers advantage.
He's up for Dragon, but he's not up for Baron, which they can just turn on right here, right now. They have so much damage with the Jax, with the Corky. They're just going to shred this objective like butter.
They're going to ruin this thing. Like less than 10 seconds, this thing will go down unless they get our attention pulled away here by BSG. I don't think, though, BSG can walk into this. This is just so dangerous. Vaunted waiting here in the Pixel Brush, ready to go as the package is going to come through. Giggle Queef is the target. That will be the Moonfall, though, onto 2 members of DAA. Origin is next to go. BSG is turning this one right around onto the members of DAA. Will be a nice pull. Somehow lands onto Fred as he threads the rocket grab through these members. Rat IRL is looking to be next. Those Silver Bolts doing so much, and it's a triple kill for Giggle Queef.
They just had to full hit Baron.
Nope.
That's all they had to do. Full hit Baron, run away. Because Diana will shred you guys if you're going to look to turn the fight. Because you have to walk into her. Kill her.
Look at
even as the
Dragon right now,
Corky.
too.
Uh-oh.
And Grotus is on the chase. He's stolen the Corky ult. He's just shooting rockets out. Oh, one more. Let's see him go on over the wall. No! It's the ace here for BSG. Managing to find that. And they're going to go ahead and pick up this Baron for all 5 of their teammates. So, BSG seem to be stumbling a little bit there in the mid game, but they are pulling it right back in their favor.
Chaos, not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, just said, hey, you're going to engage onto me? That's perfect. Why don't I just pull you back in? And, you know, use that moonfall to just obliterate Vaunted Dream, obliterate Origin's health bar. John tried to use that second Valkyrie to get away, but it just wasn't enough. Got pulled back in, then Giggle was just able to walk through and do so much damage as well. And they just turned back on Baron, because that's what DAA should have been doing in the first place. Finish that Baron. They can't walk up because you can zone them with the package. Don't look for the engage, you lose it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make them come to you. You want them to overstep, even if they have Perky there. You put that Xin Zhao or the Jax in the front line, that is not who you want to be pulling, because essentially just enables them to get a little bit closer. Now Chaos trying to flick for something, but 3 members of DAA are down here. Stand United actually going to be popped as the Shirelli is now used by Fred the Undead to try and get on out. This is going to be a little dicey here. Perky is looking for it. Will land the hook onto Origin. Good night, says Ingrotus as they pick up the kill there. Still looking for some more. Will pull that Mantra, which is, I mean, Mantra E, I suppose.
Mantra E for Flash Worth. We take those.
Why not?
If you're Ingratus.
Oh, blast going on over, and Vaunted is sitting right behind this. Chains of Corruption is going to be landing down onto Ingrotus, taking a few turret shots, but he's going to go golden. Giggle is cleaning up on the back end of this one. Exhaust even comes through as well, too, but kill a piece going on over to Giggle and Ingrotus. And they're just going to go ahead and maybe push in on this top tier 2. Should be able to get it with the their Baron buff that they still have up for at least another minute 15 here.
All right. If I were DAA, can we please stop overextending is what I would be saying in comms. Can we please stop going for these fights? We don't win them anymore. We've thrown too many leads.
It's the split push angle, though, from Jackson back.
Yes,
looking to
definitely
maybe go
is.
there. However, this Baron buff is doing work right now, Salt.
I'd say that was the play. The split push angle is the one to look for, but they just keep overextending over and over without priority where they need it. And now they're just going to give up so many objectives in their base. They already gave up that bottom inhibitor, looking to lose that bot tower. That cloak was so close.
Perky just put his hand in the face of Origin, said, "Fear me," and I mean, they still do get that inhibitor mid tower. Got to keep an eye, though, on this flank coming through from Jackson back. Vaunted looking to go on in. 3 members of BSG here. Going to try and get away. Perky not going to be able to land that one, but Chaos with the triple Moonfall once again. Able to find one. The Crescent Sweep coming through, though, from Vaunted Dreams. Will trade it on back. Now it's 4v4. Make that a 3v4 as Giggle is just shredding through everybody here. A double kill picked up by Rat. But Giggle on the chase. Stand United is going to be used. This is still a little risky for both sides as Origin is running on back. One more auto, though, from the Silver Bolt should do it. And that is the ace for BSG. Looks like we potentially are going to that game 3 right now. As
they can end here. They can end here right now.
Yeah, look at those death. Well, Fred the Undead is up. 15 seconds.
Yeah, but he doesn't matter.
No. Well,
it's only Origin that matters.
That's true. Not a lot of damage this time on the Karma. Not as
I guess
fed
they're
as
not
we
going
saw.
for it.
No.
But Jackson, what were you doing? You just go for the Vayne there. Giggle just popped off that fight, but the Jax had the avenue in, but he decided to commit on the Blitzcrank instead.
Look at Giggle, 13-1-1 on the Vayne right now. We did bring it up in draft about his Vayne, and now going into that 29-minute mark, almost into that official late game, being that fed on the Vayne. Good luck dealing with that.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson, man, you had the Counter-Strike going, just walk to the Vayne and bop her on the head. That's it, really. And you just went on the Blitzcrank. That was really, really weird.
As the Jax, honestly, I'd be wanting to get pulled by Perky. Go ahead, pull me. I'm going to go right after that Vayne if you are going to pull me. But, Vaunted is in some trouble. Pull will come through. Crescent Sweep is going to get used, but I don't think it's going to matter right now because Giggle Queef is there and just shredding through. Make that his 14th kill. So we have another fight breaking out in this jungle. Chains of Corruption going a little bit wide there from Rat IRL, so nothing going to be found here. It is going to be DAA at a numbers disadvantage, but somehow this top tier one is still alive. Range Top's just going to walk up and auto it twice, and that'll be it.
There it goes. And I think the weaknesses coming in from DAA are showing their skin right here, right now. And it is target selection. They're not going for who you need to go for, and they're also taking bad fights. So if they really want to win this game, they need to hunker down and figure out, hey, who do we have to kill? I don't know, maybe the 14-1 Vayne.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's all they have to do. Take down the Vayne. Chaos will run through his burst very quickly. Oh, no, not again.
No, dead. That's 3
Fred.
autos. That's 3 autos.
Yeah, but Fred, you can't be doing that alone, my friend.
No.
You need your team. You need the Xin Zhao to walk with you. You need Jackson to walk with you. Yikes.
Especially with the Blitzcrank running around. This is going to be soul point picked up here for Backseat Gaming. So they are now 2 Infernals richer, 1 Dragon away from hitting Infernal Soul, which we saw how much damage it did last game. Let's see if BSG can get one. And Grotus looking to trade on in with Jackson back right
Jackson
now.
wins
This is a little risky right now. Chaos has shown up to the fight. The flash away from this Jackson. The jump back to his minions will keep him alive. But some backs coming out too at awkward times. So I don't think they're going to be able to keep pushing with this.
Backs taken by Giggle means they can't really do too much there. Most of their damage is very burst oriented, so they can't really punch through a Jax who has the Hull Breaker as well. It's very difficult to do that. But the Vayne was able to grab herself a stopwatch, and that's going to be very important because she's going to be their target priority, or should have been their target priority for like the past 20 minutes, realistically. But, we'll see how things go from here, but Grotus...
Corruption, and Grotus will go golden, stays alive for a little while longer. No, Exhaust is coming out. Big old Crescent Sweep will be popped with the flash away from Grotus. Manages to stay alive and take a look at how strong BSG is showing up in this fight. Beautiful flash there from Chaos. The Stand United also being used immediately to keep this Diana alive. Gigaqueef now going legendary in this. Going to be popping the final hour as well too. Flashing over the wall. Finds a double kill. That's going to be the ace. And I think we're going to game 3, Salt.
Yep, this is a game 3 angle for sure here. Giggle just allowed to do whatever you want in this game. Only dying once. And Chaos, with the help of Ingratus, just facilitating this early to mid-game and just letting Vayne do what she wants throughout the rest of it.
Yep. And that is the scary part about Giggle's Vayne. If it's allowed to get this strong late game, there is no stopping it. That is going to be BSG picking up the win in game number 2. And we're heading to the deciding match.
Yep, game number 3 rolling right here, right now. Here we go. It's going to be a fun one. But, like, DAA had all the advantages in the world. They just didn't execute properly.
And
they never went for Giggle the entire game.
I want to see this damage. Ooh, look at that normal distribution there for BSG.
Ah, yes, normal distribution.
Love it. That's any statisticians out there would probably love to see that. But no, that was just a huge game here for BSG. I mean, a lot of this early game we saw Chaos actually being the one to step up and really get that early game rolling. But again, a big name that sticks out to me in this game was Perky Tricks. Landed, I would say, about 90% of those hooks that he looked for, he was able to land, and that really set Giggle up nicely for getting to that late game Vayne a lot earlier than on average cases. But no, it made Giggle very strong, and you saw at that point, there's no dealing with him. He's able to 3-shot a Karma after those Silver Bolts come through. It's a little ridiculous, so really good job from the bot lane here of BSG.
Now, one thing I did notice there was, especially in the early game, a lot of summoners were burned for no reason. Especially coming in from like that level 1 invade there, you saw the Blitzcrank. You should not be blowing your flash. You should be running away with your, running away. You can't really do much there. You just gotta sacrifice. Because, sure, you may know where they are, but there's always the threat of a Blitzcrank hook. You have to respect it, and we just didn't see that respect coming in from DAA. We saw Fred the Undead get caught 8 times by a hook every fight. Yeah. Every fight. Origin also getting caught out by hooks a couple times with Valkyrie down. It's got to play super far back if you don't have that cooldown available. Mm-hmm. And Vaunted got hooked a few times too, but your Xin Zhao, that's fine. You want to look for that anyways. And Jackson, please, target selection, my friend. You had that fight in your hands, but you went for the Blitzcrank.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens here because we are headed to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to vote for your player of the game. I will have that poll up in just a second here as I go find BSG in the... Oh, they're right at the beginning there. Wonderful. All right, player of the game poll is live and up. Make sure to vote for your POG player, and we will see you back on the Rift very soon for our final game of the evening. See you soon. Question mark? There's the desk. There we are. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got our next player of the game. No votes. Where are the votes? Come on, guys. Anyways, I picked out Gigglequeef there. 17 1-on-7. That's a crazy line. Absolutely insane. So, we are ready to go for game number 3. We're not going to make these players wait for much longer. So, let's give them the ready check and hop into our final match of the evening. So, let's head him up right now. Ready to go. Ready. And let's see what this last game is going to bring to us. It is going to be DAA with the side selection for this final game. So they are going to opt for that blue side once again. And let's see what these bans are going to look like. They've been pretty consistent with what they've been banning out so far tonight.
Very, very consistent bans there. You love to see it. That means they're just confident in some of the picks that they have set up for what they expect BSG to pick. So we'll see if they do make some adjustments now after taking this loss. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be that Kindred banned away, taking that away from Angradas. Love to see it. Premade taken away there. But we'll see what BSG responds with, because they did find some success on some of their picks today. That Diana looked really, really good. And so did the Vayne.
Yeah, that Vayne looked really good. So did Chaos's Diana. Honestly, that early game Diana was a bit of a menace here. So let's see what these bans are gonna be. Kindred not allowed. Not allowed to see Angradas. He gets 128 kill game on Kindred, and suddenly no one wants to let it through. Surprise, surprise. Twitch also gonna be gone. The respect that Diana, very much so, it's coming through. And I wonder, though, if, it is risky to say, oh, maybe we pick up the victor in the first round of picks here, because there is that option to just simply counterpick it. It's not too hard to know where it's going to go, but I wonder if that's something BSG just wants to do. They are going to ban the Blitz away from Perky after that last game. Pretty nasty stuff on that Blitz, so rightfully so, that thing's going to be sitting on the bench. But I believe they banned out Ezreal the other game. They also banned out the Gnar. Orianna's going to get banned here. If I'm DAA, I'm thinking maybe I just B1 Ezreal here.
Yeah. Ezreal is up and available. BSG do look like they played a counters to it, though. Both sides look like they can deal with the Ezreal very, very well. So, we'll see if DAA do opt to take it. Nope, they're going to first pick the Gwen again.
That is the Gwen coming through again as the first pick. Doesn't look like Gwen. I can make it look like Gwen very fast, actually. I can do that. Wait a minute. We have the power to do that. And
very
it's a Gwen.
True. Yeah.
Just like that. It's a Gwen. So let's see that back in the hand of Jackson back. They did a really good job of playing that Gwen in game at number 1. So we'll see if they can do it again. However, Ezreal is let through, which now BSG is going to pick that one up and hopefully look to run away with that absolutely insanely broken champion with a broken item. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Little bit.
Salt, man. Like, it's just
a little bit.
The late game damage and the fact that his Mystic Shot also procs auto or essentially procced on hit. Thank you. It's a lot. And why not just add a Viego to it? Okay, let's go. Oh,
there
man.
It is. 2 new champs. Gwen, I do believe, is slightly better than Viego, but if Viego gets those pop-off moments, gets those resets, that's where he comes to shine. He loves those scrappy team fights, he loves skirmishes, but the Olaf being picked up here for Vaunted Dream.
Oh, man. Oh, it's been a while, honestly, since I've seen an Olaf. It hasn't been since those earlier patches in, honestly, I would say in this past winter split that we saw a lot of Olaf coming through. It's been a lot of options for stuff that runs at you, which, that Ezreal can be something, but he can get in your face pretty damn fast. So can a Kai'Sa.
Yeah, Kai'Sa. Good into Ezreal because she can just one-shot him. Because the Ezreal has more health, that means he will have more missing health to deal more damage to with your Plasma passive on the Kai'Sa. So, Kai'Sa, known as one of those soft Ezreal counters, does a lot of work. Very strong champ too. Did get nerfed though, so not as oppressive as before, but still good into champion.
Oh my goodness. It's looking already like a very spicy game here. Curious to see what they're going to pick up for this next pick. It will be the Graves.
Oh, the Graves.
So
Gravy picked up here, Viego top.
Viego top, you think, for range shots?
I think it's Viego top.
What if it's Viego jungle for Angradas?
It could be, but I think Grotus wants the Graves here, and Viego is good into the Gwen because he can fight her every time, sustains just as well. So that's what I think, and he can become her as well. So I think the Viego very good into the Gwen personally. We'll see where they do take it. That's just my 2 cents. I think that's where it should go, but we'll see where things end up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure to see if this is going to be in the hands of F-range tops. I said Viego or Viego jungle, but there's a Graves on the board, so I take it back. Most likely that Graves is going to be in the hand of Angrotus unless they're doing something crazy like Graves mid. We don't see that very often, so I would say probably not. Zillion going to be banned away. That LeBlanc once again taken away from Origin, as they just do not want to see this one. A few more bans left though. Wonder what they're going to be based off these past couple games. So,
we'll see, but maybe some target bans will be in order here. Thresh going to be taken off the table for Fred the Undead. Just a great champion overall, safe, has CC, great peel, and the Morgana taken away from Perkytrix, most played, to be off the table. Nautilus available. A lot of the main supports that are viable are still on the table to take up. If you really want to go for that Enchanter route, Karma's still up. Ezreal Karma actually an incredibly strong lane here, so we'll see what BSG do opt for this time.
Yeah, let's see what they're gonna go for here. It's got about 10 seconds left on this. Okay, see the Alistar. That's a safe support pick. Honestly, it's tanky, and when you have multiple people running at you, especially a Kai'Sa looking to pop the killer instinct onto your back line, it does kind of make for a good option to say no thank you.
Yep, gotta agree with that there. Definitely think the Alistar, pretty good pick, although it's incredibly useless into the Olaf, not gonna lie there.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's good into Kai'Sa, it's good into Gwen as well. Actually, no, you cannot W the Gwen when she's in her Hollowed Mist, unless you're in there. But the Braum gonna be picked up here for Fred the Undead. Pretty good champ there. Can block that True Shot Barrage and a lot of the Ezreal damage. And pretty good there. Wide Shield helps, and it can block. It definitely helps out against the Graves as well. You can't really land any more pellets on the Kai'Sa if the Braum is just standing right in front of you. But we'll see what they round out their comp with. Last pick does go to the mid lane.
Yep, which means there is that potential counter here for BSG. I'm thinking they're probably going to pick something that can counter a Victor, considering that that's still available on the board right now. DAA is counting down. It will be the Galio, so the anti-mage tank himself will be picked up here. I don't think that's going to deter Chaos if he decides to go for this Victor.
It was left up. That's true.
It's up and on the board. His main champion, the one he is probably the most comfortable, the most games I've seen him play here at Legends. So I'm curious to see if they're just going to say, hey, let's just go for it, if there's something else that they're planning to put into this team comp. But let's see. Hold on. Annie. Okay. All right. Let's see the Annie. Gonna give these guys the ready up as we watch where these champs are going to go. I think you're right with calling that Viego top earlier on. Going to be going into F-range tops hands there. But this is honestly, I think, the most damage we have seen. Well, would it be? We've seen a lot of damage from these two comps tonight. This is another one that both sides can hit extremely hard.
Now, the Annie may not be that great into the Galio. Does have that super long-ranged auto attack range, but it's very, very good into the Olaf, because when the Olaf cleanses your stun, guess what? All your armored magic resist gone in a snap, and the Annie will just eat that Olaf alive. So it's good into that. Because the Annie Bear is short range, is also pretty good into the Gwen as well. She'll be able to get a decent amount of her damage off before the Hallowed Mist is there. And Kai'Sa, very short range team though, actually coming in from DAA. They have to walk forward. They cannot walk backwards. And, and Annie likes having, people have to walk in. Viego, well, he doesn't care. He just wants team fights. And the Alistar has great peel. Ezreal wants to peel back, and Graves can peel back as well. So BSG want to play the kiting game. They want to walk away, and they want to get those resets and then walk forward after they get the first or second kill.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the power of the Ezreal that allows you to do that. Sure, welcome back. I'm just gonna poke, and then all of a sudden there's gonna be an Alistar, Graves, Viego, and Annie. Well, Tibbers on top of you.
Yeah.
So they really have to watch out for this. However, there is that option from DAA here. You send Olaf in with the Ragnarok, and then all of a sudden the hero's entrance is calling out somewhere from beyond, and there's a Galio getting a massive knock up on your team. So there is that option for them to get in there. Even the Kaisa getting a nice Killer Instinct off can get followed up by the Galio. It is a little bit of a riskier move considering that there isn't any on this map now, so they are going to have to be careful when popping that Kaisa ult, making sure that Annie is nowhere near this.
Now, DAA have drafted themselves a very squishy composition, but the same could be said for BSG. Both of these comps are so incredibly squishy, so prone to being blown up instantly by a lot of burst damage. So the Kai'Sa's gonna have a fun time, but so is the Annie. Viego will have a lot of fun if anyone dies on the side of DAA. This is gonna be very interesting to see. We see the two new champs laning against each other up in the top side, and Olaf there in the jungle, relatively old. Same with the Graves. Not new champs here, but Ezreal with that rework, does a lot of damage, especially with the new item, Divine, or not new item, but buffed item, Divine Sunder. Even though it got nerfed,
right
it's
now.
still the item. Super strong, does so much damage for some reason.
Oh man, I am excited for this one. We got a couple more minutes until we hop to our break, but taking a look at these two teams, there are a couple options here, like we were saying, but honestly, the team fight from both can be really strong. It's just going to come down to how they execute it.
Exactly.
Because the all-in from the side of DAA is looking pretty damn strong, but, I see Kaisa is going to be a lot of that main damage. Gwen is going to be pretty damn strong too once this game gets rolling. Olaf can be strong. Recently we did see him fall off in the past few patches of that being one of those, bruiser champs that can get on in there, deal a bunch of damage, and tank it up as well too. But it's going to be hard to get there. It's going to be hard to get there with an Alistar and Annie. On top of that, I would say the damage that is going to be coming out of Viego, Graves, and Ezreal, along with Annie, is going to, I would say, exceed a little bit of DAA's. So they're going to have to be smart. I think they're just going to have to be smart when approaching these team fights or when approaching these picks, because BSG is just going to have a lot to wail on them with.
Oh, most definitely. And BSG definitely do have the range advantage there. Like I said, Divine Ascension, very, very short range. They need to land certain skill shots to be able to actually close the gap there. You need to land the Braum slow with the Frostbite. You need to land the Olaf Axe, the Undertow. You need to slow them down to be able to catch up. But, the entirety of BSG is very mobile. Ezreal's got a dash. Annie has move speed from that shield, the Molten Shield. Graves has the dash. Viego has the dash, and the move speed from that E. So it's very hard to catch up to anyone from BSG. They just got to kite back. Viego doesn't have to do anything. Just wait for his Ezreal and Annie to poke one of them down so he can execute them with that Heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's going to be honestly one of the scarier ults this game, considering the fact that you have a lot of good stuff to seal from DAA. That Gwen, first of all, she can just go invulnerable. That's a pretty good one, I would think, to take away from
just
from
a
them.
little bit.
Just a little bit. The Galio can be really good too. The Justice Punch along with his taunt can be really, really nasty. Another thing that they could steal away to even make diving the entire team of BSG that much harder. Honestly, look for picks with that Galio too if they want to go in super ham following off of that Viego's ult. So this one's gonna be tight. But what are your final thoughts before we head to break, Salt?
I really like BSG's draft here. I'm sure DA got the Gwen, but at what cost? They lost Viego, they lost the Ezreal. They also have a bad jungle matchup going for themselves as well. Sure, they got the newest champ in the game, but they lost a lot in return for it. Now we'll see if it does it bite them in the butt. We'll see in a couple seconds. And it's looking like a little bit in BSG's favor, in my opinion, here.
Let's say, there's an Ezreal over there, so based off what we have seen in the past few weeks of League, Ezreal plus Divine Sunder. It's damn strong, but we're going to have to see how this one plays out on the Rift. We'll be back in just a few moments. Make sure to keep getting those predictions in, and we will see you on the Rift. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to LAS Premade Week 8. We got our final game of the night about to kick off, and it is the deciding match between these two teams. Both currently have a win under their belt, but it all gets decided here in one final match. And of course, whoever wins here gonna be at 6-2, probably gonna be clutching that second seed, finishing up Week 8. So that's definitely gonna be a massive win. Both teams really gotta give it their all in this one.
And that is why you stand mid. That way you can see if they're going to invade through the mid lane, which is definitely a viable tactic there. We've done it a few times. Just sneak into that lane brush and then invade. There, ooh,
Oh,
they're looking
for it. Olaf is going on in. Giggle's getting chased down a little bit, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming down onto Giggle Queef this early. Oh my goodness, it's first blood already for DAA.
He started Q, he started the spell too early.
Oh no, and now we got a trade going on in this top lane. Jackson back.
Oh, who wins it,
Looking to
though?
trade in with F-range tops, but those Conquerors now proc from both of these players as you have to run on back. We still have more shenanigans happening on this jungle as Angrotus next to be targeted as Rat IRL moving on in. Ooh. And Grotus taken really low as well, too. This is not ideal for BSG, just completely forced out of the jungle. Giggle! Giggle! No, no, no! What are you doing back there? Get out! Get out! Get out of there! Get out! What is he doing?
Giggle won that trade. In the top side, by the way.
Goodness. Oh. Yeah, F-range tops also looking a little healthier after that exchange.
Viego just has a lot of innate sustain in his kit. You know, his Q is called Blade of the Ruined King for a reason. The Siphon helps out a lot there. Gotta love it. But yeah, Giggle, this is why you hold your spell start until until you need to actually decide when to use a spell. Never start a spell just because it's the best spell to start, because sometimes you need to get away from something. Which is exactly what happened. Giggle started the Q and had to flash away, still died, and then came back and almost died again. Because he greeted the Q start, you just gotta watch out. You just always gotta be vigilant. Be prepared to, be prepared to switch spells because you might have to start that E to get away and not give up first blood. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case this time. We see the Viego and the Graves invading on towards this blue buff in the minimap right there. And they should be able to get that. Vertical jungling has been initiated, folks. That's what's happening right here, right now.
I'm watching it go down right now as a few trades coming in from both sides so far. Jackson back is getting this wave pushed in on him as we do see Angrotus is floating around this top side. I don't think they go for any crazy dives or anything because it's still a little early on. Those turrets will kind of kick your butt. So we'll have to just see how this one plays out for now. It's a little bit of a slower start than what we're used to, but I say that given 30 seconds we might see something.
Yeah, well, there was a first blood at, a minute into the game. So it's still going a little fast. But we see the gank coming in on the top side. Frick range tops should be setting up here for Angrotus.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, Jackson back is forced to use the flash to get on out. Angrotus chasing on down, but no kill will be found. It's just going to force that summoner to be used. We do see Origin, again, rotating early, but is going to get spotted out on that scuttle. So we'll not be able to get that that early cheese we saw last game, but back to lane he goes.
And Chaos doing a good job of managing the wave there when burning that TP, which allows Frick range tops to get a good trade there. Especially because he didn't burn that teleport as well. He's going to be able to just use his health as a resource to shove the next couple waves and get back. But the Olaf is there. He's not spotted though, so they don't know that he's up in this top side. Maybe they caught him on the way in. But Chaos has no mana, has cookies though, so should be chilling there. Looking to just help push these next couple waves. Needs to find a way to get a base off. Both solo lanes definitely do, but we see the top side of fights popping off right now.
Oh yeah, look at F-range top doing some good damage on him. Forcing some potions to be chugged, but look who's here. Immediately respect flashing away from that. Doesn't even want to entertain the idea of getting jumped on by Olaf. I don't know if he's done that.
Instantly flashing the undertow. That's what you need to do there because Olaf will just be able to run you down.
He stops the back.
Oh.
This is sneaky. Okay, he's just gonna sneak away in the fog there. So comes very close. It is still first blood into the hands of DAA. But we'll see what they can do with that little bit of a lead, as now the junglers are trading in with each other on these Krugs, and Grota's going to be taking a lot of damage. The chase is coming down. The Conqueror stacks are procced, and this is going to force the Graveson off, but in comes F-range tops. Looking to trade in. He's going to get stunned. Up one more auto will do it, and that's the kill. Now, guess who's Olaf? F-range tops taking that corpse and making it his own, as he's going to chase down this Gwen. Jackson back going on over this one, but Grota's simply there to pick up the kill with the auto.
Yep. And now you have Gwen, and Frick range tops is a happy camper. That is not what you want to see there. You know, the Viego getting strong, Gray's getting strong. That's not what you want to have happening here. Bramble Vest already has been picked up there. Perky Trick's going for the dive.
Nice headbutt pulverized combo there. Gonna get some good damage onto Rat IRL. Gigglequeef getting some nice pokes off so far. So lovely stuff from both ends here, but it is still very early, very close. You do see another Cloud Drake to start this one off. Junglers are gonna run into each other again on this Scuttle Crab. So let's see if they're willing to go for it. But Chaos actually gonna force Vaunted away from this one.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right. And now the rotation for this first Dragon from 4 members of BSG. This is a little risky here. And Grotus going on over the wall, possibly looking for Vaunted. This is going to be a bit of a cluster around the spot, half of the map. But Chaos goes on in. The flash, the stun, the follow-up from Perky Tricks to get that CC down. And then Grotus going to find himself another kill. Gigglequeef is trying to sniff out another one there. They're extremely low, but DAA will back on off. And then Grotus, oh, okay, I see you. He's trying, but no more kills will get picked up there.
But this should be a guaranteed dragon there because of the priority they have in mid, because of Chaos's rotation and the fact the jungler's dead, but they're not opting to take it. They're looking for the roam mid, potentially. Olaf's not going to be there to bait. Oh, topside.
Oh my goodness. F-Range Chops is getting low, looking to trade on in. Will get taken out by Jackson back. That will be the hero's entrance popped as well. So nicely done to keep that going alive. Those shields can honestly come in clutch sometimes.
It was actually unnecessary because heroic entrance only gives magic resist, right? Magic shield.
Vaunted.
Bot side.
Vaunted is gonna get saved by the Braum. Actually, the flash on over from Grotus does not matter because the shutdown is gonna taken by Rat IRL. The flash away. Oh, let's see, one more auto onto this. Alistar will find the CC, make it 3 kills going on over to the side of DAA, and a double for Kaisa, Salt.
That's disastrous.
Oh, man.
That is so disastrous, and Kratos getting a little greedy there, trying to push for the kill, and he just wasn't able to get it. Just wasn't able to take down Vaunted Dream, which led to the death of all 4 bot side members there.
Oh, man. This is, this game has taken off quite a bit. Pretty much a kill a minute so far into this game. Vaunted is hovering on the other side of this. Will get followed up by Fred the Undead. Let's see if they can find it. Gigglequeef is getting a little low. Vaunted will try for it right now. Rat IRL did take a turret shot there, so Giggle's going to go ahead and get the shutdown on the Kaisa. That's going to be huge as True Shot Barrage will not land onto anybody there. And Grotus now just a little bit of sliver of health. He'll get taken down by Vaunted as in comes Origin to help clean that one up. But let's see what's going to happen now. Chaos has joined the fight. Tibbers have joined the fight. That will be the Pulverize sent on down to make sure that kill is secured. So a bit of a bloody exchange in the jungle for both teams there, and we're still looking at a very even game so far.
Good rotation from the mid laners there from both sides, getting there to be able to claim some kills up, but the overcommit coming in, trying to dive the Ezreal and the Graves. You know, Graves just stacking up the grit pass, or the true grit, or on his E, just getting that armor allows him to survive for so long against the Kaisa and the Olaf. But on the top side though,
oh my goodness, F-Range Top's in some major trouble again. Oh, but he's gonna use the Heartbreaker to get over the wall. Beautiful flash though from Jackson back. That is a hard one to nail down.
Beautiful dagger splash, bot side.
Oh, bot side. Giggle is getting chased down next. He will land the W, but smacked on down by Vaunted
why did
there.
Vaunted take that?
Goodness. I don't know. He felt like it.
Yeah, I guess so. Honestly. He felt like taking that one. I would have given it over to Kaisa to just make that hard matchup even harder for the Ezreal. But what can you say? Hey, I'm the jungler. I take kills so I can give you guys more kills later on, right? But
True.
Viego struggling a little bit here, but mid side, oh my goodness.
Origin finds a nice little taunt, takes Chaos down to about a quarter health there. So again, this is looking a little risky. Oh, take a look at top side though, and Grotus moving on in. Jackson back is going to realize, but no mana available. Oh my goodness, F-Range Chop is here, trying to push Jackson back into the alcove. Really has nowhere to go at this point, so this should just be the kill picked up here. That will be the collateral damage. Nope, jungles. Jungles get kills today.
Jungles want kills. Jungles want kills, yes. I really would have liked that gift it over to the Viego because he's already down 30 CS. You know, getting an extra kill could help that out a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Vaunted's up here as well, too. The smoke screen's going to come down. Vaunted is getting jumped on. That red buff is putting him where he just accepts his fate for what it is.
Oh,
mid lane. Origin is going to be next to go. 2 members of DAA falling across this map, and that's going to be a little bit disastrous as this TP up back into the top lane for Jackson back, and Grota still hovering around this top side.
Backing greedy positions has, you know, got that Olaf killed there. Just backing right there instead of in the safety of his jungle. Oh, look at that blue buff there.
Again, the battle for blue buff as Jackson back is maybe overstepping his bounds right now as F-range shop is showing up. Now we're going to make it a 2v2 as in comes the Olaf. Good night. The Ragnarok comes through in the bottom lane, though. It's the Glacial Fissure going to be popped to get that Braum CC out. However, 3 members of the top side of DAA. Double kill for Jackson back there. Nice little turnaround.
The sin of the day is greed here. Both sides just greeting recalls, greeting invades, and they're just getting punished for it. I mean, they're just punishing mistakes that are being made, so the mistakes shouldn't be being made in the first place, but great punish coming in from both sides there. DAA being punished for their greedy backs, but BSG also being punished for their greedy invades.
Let's keep an eye on mid here. Perky is making his way to the mid lane, gonna find Origin, gonna stop that Justice Punch, but the taunt will come through, so Origin should just be able to make it on out of this.
He full comboed that. That was interesting to see.
Yeah.
I think what the Alistar should have done there was... never mind.
Oh, the wall. Headbutt comes through.
Later.
Bunts them into the wall. They're going to be very close to find this collateral damage. We'll do it, though.
Alrighty. Great play from Angradas. Uh-oh.
Got more. It's just fights left and right. Tibbers is going to come on out. They're turning this one around, but Angrota stepping on up, almost taking that turret shot. Now we got more members from DAA coming through. The Killer Instinct will be popped, and Rat IRL finding the kill onto Angrotus. Now still on the chase. Perky Tricks has no mana to follow up on that, so they just take the 1-for-1 trade.
Punished.
And both teams will pull it. Yeah, again, Salt. You're right. That is the sin of the day. Oh my.
Like, it's just oversteps, greed from both sides that have led to, like, just this gold lead for DAA. Both sides just stepping up a little too far every now and then and just getting punished for it. You know, they want to get that extra little bit of vision. They want to get that extra camp. They want to save those extra seconds with that greedy recall, but it's costing so much.
Yeah, it is what they want, but what do they need right now, Salt? What is it that they need? Because both are tied right now. Honestly, I say they just keep getting that Ezreal stacked up, but the needlework coming on out of Jackson back, not going to be able to actually find anything there. As we got the Rift Herald actually dropping down into this mid lane. Vaunted is making his way on up. Both the supports are going to catch each other, though, as Perky Tricks going through the Dragon Pit there. Ragnarok is going to stop that Alistar CC from even coming through. And the Void Seeker not going to... Well, oh, it actually does. That thing, honestly, I swear it's a magnet. I swear I'm a Void Seeker magnet.
Gotta be a magnet.
Every single time I play against a Kai'Sa, I get hit with the Void Seekers.
Yep. That's just it, really.
I swear.
Honestly.
I swear. And even my buddies that that play with me, I got one of them in Twitch chat. Actually, shout out to my boy Beacons there. He knows every time we play ARAM, there's a Kai'Sa. I'm getting dinged with these Void Seekers. I swear, man. But... They, honestly, it can be a great setup depending on what you're looking for. If you're able to land it onto one of these squishy members, that Killer Instinct becomes a lot scarier. And
definitely.
We'll see. We'll see what they do with it if they keep that attention, because so far we've seen a lot of aggressiveness coming out of Perky and Chaos. But see if he's going to do it.
He spotted on those beautiful vision triangles set up from the side of BSG in that red side jungle, or red buff jungle on the bot side. Look at that.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
I'll see everything, but look.
It's really good vision, honestly, from both sides right now. I'd say I give the slight edge to DAA just because of all the vision that's there. Let's see if they can roll with it. I love aggressive wards. Don't you, Salt? We both love aggressive wards.
I love aggressive wards. Yeah. It's going to be one dragon apiece with that Infernal Rift coming through.
And it's
great.
It's
more damage.
3 Infernals we have seen tonight. I don't know when the last time I have gotten an Infernal, but we get 3. An Infernal for every single game, and with the amount of damage that is on the board, every single one of these dragons are going to count. So I would expect a lot of fighting over these next dragons. 4.5 minutes till the next one comes up.
Ow.
Ow is right. Ew. Why does that do? Why does the, what is it, her
Snip, snip.
Snip, snip. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That thing does a lot of damage. F-range
And it's
tops.
true damage.
And it's true. Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah. It's gotta be true damage.
Top lane's about to have a
Oh, they're
party
baiting
though.
the dive?
And
Yep,
Grotus is here.
perfect.
Smokescreen comes out. Vaunted is here as well too. Ragnarok will get popped. The collateral damage to try and get Grotus back away from that one as they managed to survive. That was almost very nicely done by DAA. Giggle Queef gonna get jumped on. That's the killer instinct being used. Will use the phase shift to get on back, but does he have enough damage to deal with this? The Glacial Fissure will get flashed away. True Shot Barrage coming on through. Red IRL actually stepping in front of it, but it does not matter because the trade comes through in favor of the side of DAA, or really does it? We see a kill going down in the top lane. Back to bot lane. Chaos able to find the Kaisa. It's just blood is spilling across Summoner's Rift here, and all these teams can see is red.
That was so unbelievably close. Giggle almost making the gigantic outplay. If one more Q hit, the Kaisa dies there without getting the kill.
Man, that was literally at a knife's edge between that trade in here, but when it comes down to it, 2v1
Chaos
and
got the
those
kill.
very close situations, yep. It is going to go on over to Kaisa, but
Chaos got the kill on
Chaos
Kaisa
got
later
the kill,
on.
he got the kill on the Kaisa, so even the shutdown. it's
Evened
just,
out.
the economy is flowing, Salt. Everybody's
Yep.
got some decent gold in their
400
pocket.
gold between the teams. That's literally it. Oh, that's gonna change now.
That does
Yep.
change. First turret is going to change that up, but not extremely much. It will be a nice little edge here for the next few seconds, as they don't do anything about the back, but they know Angrotus is
Now
on.
they can
off
go
the map.
on. They can go on Viego because they know the Graves is not there.
Taking the words right out of my mouth, Salt. That's exactly what they're looking for. Maybe even looking for chaos here. Respect flash. I respect the respect.
Yeah, I guess you need to flash that. I mean, he could have, did the little fancy footwork there, maybe gotten out of that, but, respect flashing, good to see. Oh,
Uh-oh.
ow.
Gwen hurts so much, but Perky Trick's coming on in. A little goof on the combo there, but the TP answer is going to be dropping in. Now this is a 2v2 with the Galio up top. The taunt to stop it all, and the finish off damage from Jackson back, but here comes Chaos. It will be the hero's entrance, but a little bit short. Now the attention is onto this Galio. Tibbers is going to be used just to keep Jackson back off a little bit. Not going to find anyone, but Perky Tricks is taken down, and now these members of DAA collapsing on all backseat gamings as they're just split up. True Shot Barrage coming on through as well too. Not going to be finding anybody as the push onto this top tier 2 will continue. We do see Shelly spawning up in the mid lane, and someone's going to have to answer this. There's no one here except Rat IRL, and does not want to go into that Graves alone. Oh my.
Yeah, but that's disaster for the side of backseat gaming. That is not what you wanted to happen there.
Is it though? They get 2 turrets off of it.
Yeah, that's really good. They were able to trade something back, but very unfortunate up there on the top side. I think Chaos should have just executed the Galio there with the ultimate and then tried to play for exit instead of zoning Jackson.
I agree.
Play for the kill and then hope for the best from there, realistically, but it's a split-second decision, hard to make.
Yeah, I think it was more just the threat of that Gwen coming near is like, you stay over there, but in the end, it ends up being a 3v2. Olaf comes on in, and yeah, the kills go on over to DAA, but 2 towers, the tier 1 and tier 2, taking down the mid lane. This does open up the map quite a bit for BSG, so let's see if they can make it work, if they can make that extra space they've just given themselves swing back into the favor of them, because we do see that gold is slightly favored on the edge of DAA, but that's just from those big skirmishes that they've been winning.
Very much so. And they have the priority to just walk over, get those wards down, and they can walk into the enemy jungle because they have so many members ready.
Well, let's see. That's going to be the combos coming down onto Fred as he's going to get locked down, but Perky Tricks is actually taking the worst of this. Actually, it's Chaos on the side who's going to get taken down. Now Origin is in the back end of this, looking for F-range tops and Angrotus, but range tops able to trade it on back on out. The exhaust coming down onto this Viego Galio, if you want to call it the combo, but look at the damage coming from Gwen, and Grotus will find a trade, but Vaunted trades it right on back as F-range top gonna have to get on out now. Giggle Queef does have Divine Sunder, but still needs to keep his distance from these 2 members as he might be able to look for a little bit of harass here. It's gonna be risky. He has to be very careful with this, but this first of the Infernal Salt is gonna be going on over to DAA.
Yep. And they're just trying to do some poke, but the teleport coming in from Chaos. They're looking for something.
I don't know how much they're going to find with this, to be completely honest with you. 2 control words.
Yeah. That's a consolation prize there, I guess.
I suppose. Little falter from BSG. Unfortunately, they are not able to make that dragon work. But DAA getting a little stronger every single time they find those little wins, those little skirmishes that they keep finding over and over again. It is gonna eventually add up here, Salt.
These 5v5s aren't really 5v5s. They're more like skirmishes on 2 fronts, like 2v2s, 3v3s throughout different parts of the jungle. Not really fighting as, a big team, realistically here from what I've seen this game. Mostly just a big set of skirmishes.
Let's see. Range Shop has to be really careful with this. Gwen has 2-level lead on him. He's about to hit level 12 though, but going on in for the trade. Actually baiting on it in because we got numbers from BSG coming in towards his top lane. Does not matter because Jackson back is going to find the trade. But Chaos simply just explodes him up. Double knock up there from Perky Tricks. He's trying to find something, but will take the safe route back on off to his team. And they'll just take one. That's fine.
Yep.
You know what? You take one, you respect the rest of the damage, and you move on. However, Chaos is in some trouble. Tibbers is going to be coming out. Chaos with the flash to try and get out, but it's the Ragnarok and the smack to find the kill. Perky's on that backside trying to find Rat IRL, but they are just kiting back further and further, and Grotus will find the trade onto Vaunted. True Shot Barrage coming through, landing onto Fred, and then Grotus finding a big kill here. Will be the stun from Fred, and Grotus gonna try and take this Braum down. The shield is up, the smoke screen's coming down. This should just be the double kill here for Grotus. Oh my.
That is beautiful.
Back and forth, back and forth. Where she goes, we won't know yet, Salt.
Yeah, the gold lead is basically even. 800 part of 22 minutes doesn't really matter. And Grotus putting on the carry pants, making things happen here. Origin able to get that tower, but we see something could happen in the mid lane here potentially.
Well, that mid tier 1 is going to get taken, and I think Galio will just back on off here. However, this is a little bit of a scarier fight. I don't know quite who for. But that red buff on Grotus should be helping, trying to bait Jackson back out of his little invulnerability. Not quite able to find it. However,
Alcove Gaming.
Yep, this is Alcove Gaming baiting on that Gwen a little bit further. That Immortal Shield Bow will save, and Grotus just nearly taken out by the Needlework, but back on in. Jackson back is going, will find the kill. Hero's Entrance coming on in as well too, trying for that triple taunt, but Tibbers comes on out, takes out the Gwen, and BSG gonna have to kite this one on back. Still needs to play this one out pretty safe, even though it's a 2v3. They will take their trade kill, and they will walk it on back.
Yeah, Gwen did end up falling, but the Gwen picked up the shutdown from the Graves. Not ideal. Oh!
Oh
Tibbers.
boy. Oh, poor Tibbers. Oh man. Tier 1 in the bot side will go down. Rat IRL and Fred there to go ahead and shred that down without any contest. We'll just sweep on through this jungle, get a little bit of vision for themselves, get a little bit of more control over this side of the jungle, as we do see Nether Infernal coming up in a minute and a half. So let's see what kind of priority from these teams is going to be coming through, because honestly, I think these teams got to fight over these dragons, even though it's not the soul. These Infernals are going to be very important for both of these teams. If they're able to outdamage each other by just a sliver because of a dragon, that is going to be really rough if you're losing on a fights because of that.
I agree wholeheartedly there. Oh,
Olaf is the target. Ragnarok will get Papa 3. Members of BSG are here. He's running real fast. Collateral damage, trying to find him out. True Shot Barrage is coming close as well too, but take a look at Jackson back. He's doing so much damage. The Needlework comes out. Alistar will get taken down. The TP now from BSG. Will they be able to make it in time? And Grotus is so low. The Killer Instinct though from Rat IRL to find the kill. And now we got to zoom on out because this is a 3v5 situation here. BSG is in a rough spot. Couple ults were used in order to find those kills, but this is still very scary territory for BSG.
The Gwen is low, has the teleport available though, looking to come back into this fight potentially and even up or make the numbers a little less in the favor of BSG here. But Ezreal doing a good job poking out some of the targets there. The Braum has no way in anymore. They're already chunked at just under half HP, forced to base. Dragon up very soon, and Grotus will be up in 10.
Let's see if he can make it there in time. It seems a lot of pressure coming from DAA right now. They are just getting that wave shoving for them in the mid lane. They do have to be careful about a potential flank here from Chaos. So they just played a little safe, and now they're regrouping around this dragon. Origin is in a not so great spot right now. They are going to start on to this Galio, but he's extremely tanky. Two-shot barrage not going to be landing onto anybody, as Perky is the next target. He'll flash on out to safety, make sure that Braum passive does not finish off on him, or he would have been absolutely toast there. Now DAA again threatening the push onto this dragon. They're just saying, hey, go ahead, come towards us. We dare you guys. We dare you to step up on this. So now this Infernal is going to just get shredded apart here. No chance to steal it away, as Ingrotus is going to have to dash on back. The collateral damage will be used to get him back to safety, but nope, he's not anywhere near safe. The exhaust comes down, he's dead. Origin going on over the wall. They're looking for Giggle Creep. That just as punch coming up a little bit short, but it does not matter. Giggle is taken out. Perky is going to be next to go as the Killer Instinct comes on in. He takes Rat IRL over the wall with them, but at what cost? Hero's Entrance now used to save that ADC. BSG forced off of this fight, and now it's Divine Ascension Azure sitting at that soul point for Infernal Salt. This is getting out of hand here.
I realize Viego's losing these fights. Where is your Divine Sunderer, my friend?
Not in existence.
So you'd already Divine Sunderer. Oh.
Chaos. Forced to flash on out. That axe almost actually kills him. The red buff is ticking down. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, Annie has a shield in her kit now.
Yep.
Oh my god. Absolutely nasty. Tier 2 bot and top both dropping pretty much back to back here. Divine Ascension continuing to push their lead. Now up 3 towers to 6 to 3 towers. Up 3 to 1 dragons, and Grotus. Luckily he has his flash there, but the Ragnarok coming through. Collateral damage trying to get him down, but those Axe are doing so well at slowing him on down, and they will find the kill onto that Graves. I don't know about looking for kills here. That Gwen is sitting right in the bush. Still got 2 levels on F range top. Still has pretty much multiple levels on any of these members about to move on in here. But they'll respect the Alistar, the Annie, and they'll back on off.
Yep. Good respect there. Good restraint coming in. Taking some bases there is that Gwen wanted to reset that mana pool. Also finishing up that Cosmic Drive to give herself that extra move speed and a little bit more ability haste. And just a fat load of AP. Definitely something you want there. So the Gwen very happy with her items. 3 items in, it's a little bit strong there. A little bit.
Yeah. Plus on the fact that they also have a Fiendish Codex and a Brambles Vest. They got other bases covered. Looking pretty good. Yep. They can handle those 1v1 trades. And a healing, especially from Perky Tricks if that healing is coming through. The Bork from Viego too, that's going to be mitigated. So it's really, really good stuff to have on that Gwen. So far that build is looking extremely good. And you can just tell by the amount of gold how this Gwen is at this point. If you take a look at your gold charts there. Oh man, that lead right now that Jackson has created for themselves is pretty insane. I don't know
what does CS helps too.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. But what is the answer here from BSG? What are they gonna have to do to get back into this one?
Ban Gwen. I think that one's viable. Also, I do not like the Viego build. I think if a better build was chosen, I think you definitely shut down the Gwen a little bit harder in the early game. I guess try to one-shot her with Annie. Realistically, that's all you can do. Maybe, hopefully take her down before she can get that Hallowed Mist up and heal back everything with the needlework. I mean, it's just so difficult, right?
Yeah, and on top of that, you have a 7-3 Kaisa, you have a 9-5 Olaf. They are just, anytime somebody gets split off from the pack, they chase them, they hunt them down. It's terrifying if you're on BSG right now to be splitting up from your team. So they have to play this next few minutes very careful, or DAA is just going to essentially roll over this one. Baron is up on the map too. Dragon up in a minute 10. This is potentially Infernal Soul for DAA. Is look to be setting up a little bit of vision here around this, potentially the Baron here. And Grotus and Perky though, waiting over this Raptor wall. Let's see if they can find anything on this, but This is getting a little out of hand, almost over. No, it's a 7.5K gold lead right now for DAA, which is pretty insane at this point, as we just passed that 30-minute mark not too long ago. We are in the end game right now, Salt. This is the end game. 30 seconds now on that drag. Let's see how big of a fight we're going to have for this, because if I think BSG has to fight them here, but at what cost? At what cost, you know? It's not looking these past few fights that have gone in favor of BSG, and the question is, who do they even focus at this point?
I mean, Gwen is a gigantic threat, but the Olaf's no pushover either.
Oh, Killer Instinct going in. Gilligal is going to be the target here, as in goes the Ragnarok. They're trying to find this Ezreal, chasing him on down. The challenging smite will get used. Giggle is eventually taken down. The hero's entrance to come on into this one. Taunt only going to be landing onto Perky, but DAA finding the kills left and right. It's a double kill for Jackson back, looking for the triple onto Ingrotus. That just might be game here, Salt.
Yep, that they can just end the game right now. Just shove that wave, tank the tower, and said one for Dragon.
Rat IRL going for this Dragon instead, so they're going to cover their bases.
One can go Dragon, everyone else just hit. Wait, Olaf, why are you tanking? Tank for the wave.
oh my, you know,
I think they can still end. No, they're not going to.
But they're not gonna.
They're not gonna. They just have the full hit there.
They had every single member there. I think they could have ended. I think you forego that Dragon, look to push. If you're gonna call off the push, then all 5 members.
They don't even need Kaisa to end the game there. They just need to tank the wave so they have 2 melees.
Yep.
Or 2 melees and a cannon to tank tower shots instead.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to close this one on out, but the next big objective still sitting on the map right now. That Baron is ready and available, but again, I don't know how BSG is going to step up and try and find something. That Gwen is 3 levels ahead of their top laner, 3 levels ahead of Ingrotus as well too. This is not a trade you want. This is not the trade you want, but still respecting the potential numbers here from BSG.
And, you know, they're just going to 4-man rotate here. Gwen going to take that base. Has the teleport available. That's so much damage, though.
Killer Instinct going to be used, and Grotus trying to flash on back to safety, but collateral damage will be popped. They actually end up trading each other out. Perky Tricks is going to be jumped on next as the TP is coming in. Glacial Fissure will be popped. Not going to be finding any members with that. Chaos trading on back with Origin and Giggle Queef along with Ephraim's Drop, trying to kite their way on back to the base, but not able to do it. This is some interesting fights going on. Chaos is trying to make it on out. Oh my goodness, he's gonna go golden as well too. Tipper's there to beat him up. Oh my god, the Justice Punch though. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god, what did I just witness?
You witnessed a fight on 2 fronts. Chaos there, trying to take down Origin on the back.
Oh my god.
That's not even remotely close.
No, not even close. Baron's gonna get started up now, and I believe that inhibitor top, or the top inhibitor turret, is gonna be going down as well too. Well, Jackson just gonna be able to keep on pushing, picks up the inhibitor as well too. So even more pressure being applied here from DAA. 11K gold lead and still looking to trade up. It's a 2v1, Perky and Ingrotus versus Jackson. Back, they find the one. Holy crap! It's the shutdown that goes on over to Perky, 1,000 gold, and Giggle Queef will find the trade onto Fred. However, this Baron is going to get picked up here for DAA. 3 members wearing that purple buff.
Yep. Solid pushing power, 3 Infernals to their name. What more could they ask for? Maybe an Elder on top. But 3 minutes till that spawns up. However, 2 inhibitors down mean there's going to be a single super minion in every wave. They're just not going to have priority. But unfortunately, they're not able to break that bottom tower just yet.
Oh, man.
But they definitely will force anyone from the side of BSG to watch that top side, watch that mid side, because a backdoor is very, very feasible here, especially with the champs they have with a Gwen. You know, if she has teleport, you gotta be watching, because she can end the game super fast with that skip and slash. You know, that is extended extended attack range and attack speed just does so much, especially against towers.
Yeah, no, we just saw what Jackson back was able to do to that top turret and its inhibitor. Gone very quickly. So, you know, if there is that attention brought by all 5 members of BSG, yes, the TP is not available quite yet, but they could potentially look to get that back door off.
Death Cap Gwen.
Oh my. Hold on. I'm just going to click on her for a second here. 714 AP, by the way. Just going to throw that out.
Although that build is not optimal, I think she can build whatever she wants because, you know, she's so unbelievably far ahead. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. This lead that they have accumulated for themselves, DAA, is looking so strong. 69,000 gold. Nice for DAA. Thought I'd point that out before it disappears because that gold is climbing extremely fast now. But it's an 11k gold lead here at 36 minutes. We are in the late game right now. One fight could potentially be the game-deciding fight at this point. As
Ow! That was one auto.
that was one single auto. That's Infernal Soul for you. That is the Infernal Soul for you. Chaos taking a crap load of damage there as they're gonna force Jackson back off. True Shot Barrage coming through. They will find it, but it's the trade as it is Rat IRL able to find one back, able to trade out and Grotus. So now 4v4. It's the hold on the BSG base right now. Perky Trick's going to be taking so much damage from Rat IRL. That's more than half of his health bar gone from just a few autos and the Acathian Rain. Absolutely nasty. Bottom inhibitor going to be gone. It's actually triple inhibitors gone, taken out in the base of BSG.
No.
This is going to be so tough to hold right now. But do they decide to push on in? No, Divine Ascension will back on off. This Elder is up in 55 seconds. They might opt to go for that. Mid inhibitor is going to be spawning back up, so not too hard for DAA to simply shred this one down.
They need to fight now. They need to look for something here. Well, the Gwen is still dead. She has the teleport available, but they're not going to be able to find anything.
Nope. That will be the Baron back, just used at the very last moment there for Vaunted. So Baron
get the
buff.
picks now. Get the picks now. You gotta go for that problem right now.
They got it, but how did they get there? They don't have. It's only Perky. It's only Perky. Oh man. This is really, really tough for BSG. Is Perky's looking for it, but unfortunately the rest of his team is forced to clear out super minions coming in two fronts. It's double super minions because they have the triple inhibitor too. This is really rough. They caught in a choke point. This is gonna be really risky here as Perky's going on in. Hero's entrance will be used as Ingrotus is getting jumped on right now by Vaunted. Giggle is doing quite a bit of damage, but the killing spree going on over to Rat IRL. Oh my goodness, look at this damage coming out of the Kaisa. Absolutely disgusting. Ow. These members of Divine Ascension are shredding through Backseat Gaming. Giggle goes down next. It's a triple kill for Rat IRL, and unfortunately, Ungrotus not able to get there. He's forced on off. One Nexus turret remaining. DAA pushing on in. They're going to end this night 2-1, but find themselves a win here as they find the ace, they find the Nexus, and now they're going to be moving into that second seed of Pool A. GG's.
Second seed behind me, you know, just how it is.
Oh man, what a crazy series, Salt. My goodness.
Yeah, that was a crazy series. But you know, I think the Gwen was beatable. They just had to I still think that champion is unbelievably unbalanced, like stupid champ. But there are ways to beat it, and you know, part of that is fixing up your builds a little bit. That's one way you could do it. And the Darius looked good game one. The Darius looked incredible up against because it was just demolishing the Gwen in lane, and she only came online at the very end, at the tail end of that game. So they had a good strategy for the Gwen game one. They just didn't bring it back game two.
Oh my, that was just bloody insane. Salt. I have yet to see a Gwen play super duper clean like that, but that is an example of the Gwen in Gwen form, in pure Gwen form. That was honestly gorgeous stuff to see. And eventually it got to a point as well, too, where that Kaisa was picking up a bunch of kills. You can see the damage coming out. Actually, top of the damage charts, even surpassing Jackson back on that Kaisa. So this is kind of crazy to see. I mean, we did see lots of good back and forth, but it got to a point where, you know, those skirmishes just kept adding up every single time. It's like, oh, you know, you don't see it as too much of a loss when you lose out on a tiny kill, you lose your supporter, you lose a top laner in one single fight. But after a while, those tiny little paper cuts are going to add up. And what DAA did there was they just bled BSG out very slowly until they had that Infernal, they had the Baron, they had triple inhibs, they had literally everything you could possibly want except the Elder, and they just finished them off in a massive team fight. So honestly, GG's from both teams tonight, but that was some really clean stuff coming in from Divine Ascension in that final game. So not much more I can say about this one, Salt. Just great stuff.
Same here. They played to where they needed to, right? That's exactly what happened, and BSG got punished for it. It was a game of greed, but the greed of DA won out in the end.
Was very greedy from both sides, I would say, but it made for an entertaining series nonetheless, and I'm just happy these teams gave us a full 3-game series to watch, but very fun stuff. We are going to hop to a quick break, and while we do that, there is going to be a vote for player of the game, so make sure to get your votes on in. I'm going to pop that in just 2 seconds there, so those of you in Twitch chat, all you have to do is use command vote and whatever position you want after that, and that will pop up. So that is live right now. Make sure to get those votes in, and we'll see you back on the analyst desk for any closing announcements, but see you soon.
I can feel your energy pulsating down my spine. Oh, oh. I am not the enemy. No need to run and hide. No, no. But as the night draws near, we are animals of fear. Feels so cold inside my head. And as the sun comes up, we are always out of luck. There's no room for us here. It's a cold-blooded break each other's hearts. It's a cold-blooded love. It's a cold-blooded love. Helps us break each other's hearts. It's a cold-blooded love.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our conclusion of Week 8 of LAS Premade. We got a final player of the game. It's none other than Jackson back on that Gwen, going 15, 6, and 7. Kind of crazy. I like the comments there in the chat below. The real MVP of this game is the Ride Design team. That got me pretty good, guys. But
Gwen's really fair, guys. I swear.
Oh my god, any champion with true damage. What do you do about it? What do you do about it?
You can't really health stack. Can't. I mean.
Oh my goodness.
It's really fair, I guess. You know, heals from all of that damage too.
Pretty insane. Pretty insane, I do have to say so myself. But this DAA squad definitely put on a great show for us tonight. I mean, this is looking like a strong team. Oh, of course, that's what. Hold on. I just a side note here. My my poll froze before it was done. It ends up being actually a tie between Vaunted and Jackson back as our player of the game. So we do have a tie there. I see you. I see you. So shout out to Vaunted there. Yeah.
Yeah, give him the shout out.
Let's go, baby. But great series tonight. Just a big shout out to both our teams for playing incredible and giving us a great series to cast. But any final thoughts, Salt, before we close her out for the night?
I saw a lot of good things out of both teams, but Greed just got to work on that a little bit. And, you know, game would have been a lot cleaner from DAA. Was a good game, though. Just watch your backs a little bit. And, you know, watch wards a little bit, too. You know, don't be super aggressive with your warding. You know, it's good to get some deep wards, but there's no need to overcommit and stuff. And for BSG, don't overcommit for enemy camps. Don't overcommit for invades. Especially when other laners have first move. Oh, and make sure if you have first move, you move first. That's one thing for sure. Move first if you have it. If you have first move, move first. There we go.
All comes down to being proactive again. It's the same theme. It's reoccurring here. That we see this stuff happening. But yes, Vaunted, I would like to build a snowman at some point. Maybe we do that. But anyways, guys, that is going to conclude tonight's stream. I just want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to another wonderful cast and stream that we got today. So, guys, thank you so much for participating in those polls and predictions. Really love having you guys being a part of these of the broadcast as well too. And a huge thank you to my boy Salt for co-casting with me, coming straight out of the series, right onto the caster bench. Honestly, just pog stuff, man. You're a beauty.
Thank you. And, you know, good night, everyone. It's been great, you know, coming off the highs of winning a series and getting to cast one right after another. It's great.
And we're done here at Legends, but we are going to go and do a little bit of a raid on another lovely streamer who has actually volunteered their time to stream the Legends Unicorns and Moon Crew Gaming playoff game. So it is a best of 5. It is currently going down. It is currently 2-1 for Moon Crew Gaming. So they are at match point right now. We're going to go ahead and give a raid on over to Night Train right there. So make sure to stick around for that as we set that up in the closing scene here. So guys, I'm going to pop that in. Make sure to stick around here. We're going to raid our boy Night Train right now. So get ready. Let's go show him some love for what he's doing for Legends tonight. But guys, have a wonderful evening. Take care. Hope you are all staying safe and healthy. Let's go pop on over and see what's happening in LRS Premade. Also, going to be another LRS Premade playoff game happening tomorrow night. I believe it's going to be NF versus Rampage. So make sure to check it on out tomorrow. Lots of great stuff this week. And we will catch you next time. Love you all. Bye.